Good evening, everyone, and welcome back once again to MOBA Warmup Clash, brought to you by Algambo Esports. And once again, we are back with another BO3 for the night. And tonight, it is going to be the first match, and that is going to be between Team White Titans going up against. No, I'm so sorry. It's not White Titans actually. We are going up with another BO3 series, and the teams will be confirmed as soon as possible. And on to the custom decks, it's going to be me, myself, Vitami, and joining me is going to be Asuya. And it is between Team Elite going up against Team Destiny India. And I believe like Team Destiny played it out yesterday as well onto the same time, so they could have been coming up with some kind of improvements, or maybe they will be proceeding with the same kind of strategies. But the matchup is against a different team this time, and it is Team Elite. So Asuya, what are your thoughts regarding this BO3?
Well, just excited to see what happens today, and we will be moving on to the draft very soon. So, yep, just like you said, it is the first BO3 for today, and I hope the teams just perform well and enjoy the game. And with this, I would also like to remind everyone that if you are also interested in the scrims, you can join our WhatsApp channel, you can join all of our socials, and you can register for the scrims because it's a better place to practice than the scrim itself. And with this, I think Team Destiny, we just saw them play yesterday, so just like Itami said, hopefully they do improve a bit more onto the draft and synergy. And here we are into the draft. Team Elite, let's see what they have to offer, because I don't really recall casting for them, although the ban phase will be, I think, it's always the same.
I might
So
not be a lighted man,
what do you
but I do
think?
know my traits.
Should be the regular bans, like we already say it out, like the Kaja as well as the Paquito, followed by the other heroes too, like the Atlas and even the Belleric. So the first ban is going to be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is one of the meta heroes once again, and it is going to be the Kaja most probably, as well as it will be followed up by something else as soon as possible. And I think like Team Elite, this could be the debut for them. And Team Destiny, they have already played it out yesterday, and they were able to extend it out onto a game number 3 last night. And the Barats as well as the Minotaur followed by the Marshals. So pretty much similar to what we usually see. And most probably the pick prior for the side of Team Destiny is going to be one of the heroes that has been left out onto the ban sections at least.
Yep, Paquito, and I can't really recall the first. Is it a Kaja? I think it
It's
is
a
a
Minotaur.
Kaja. Okay, it's a Mino. Pretty okay, bands. The Kaja is open though. You can grab the Kaja, or you can go in for Tsunakai. Or it's a Kaja. Okay, it's a Belric. Belric also being banned away. That just opens up Eudora, and Lucian banned away. Okay, so the Eudora has been open. Kaja is open. You can opt for the Kaja, and I think the EXP highly depends if you would want to go for something that gives setups, something that would do a front line for you. But as per now, Team Destiny do have a really strong option of picking up the Eudora as well as the Kaja. Let's see what they opt for.
I do agree, and the fact that the Atlas is also open could be quite of the case, but we completely forgot about the Hirara, which has been a prio onto the jungle when she is not banned out. And the thing with the Atlas first pick is, if you go out for the Atlas first pick and if the Valentina is not banned out, there is a strong chance that the opponent is going to be countering it out with the Valentina, copying the fatal links in order to initiate it out for themselves. So Hirara is going to be the answers coming out from the side of Team Destiny, and Team Elite will be responding out with most probably the counter picks. I think the Eudora is going to be a very viable option considering there is a Hirara, and if her skill sets are completely baited out, then the Eudora can actually
Among
do
the
her work.
planes
And if
exists
she is
the
able to
equilibrium.
at least
I
get
am
the
not
Sky
the
Piercer
only
or
one
something, then
bound
it
by
could be
these
quite viable. But
chains.
Team Elite decided to go out with their comforts instead, in an assumption that maybe Team Destiny might be going out with the rest of the members. They will be following up with a utility draft, because Eve comes up followed by a Phobius. So there is a strong chance Team Destiny can counter pick it onto their
Need some
advantage, because
stitches? I can help.
these are the picks I think, like, it's going to be depending upon your comfort, but at the same time, on a lineup like this, how well you are able to utilize it is going to be one of the main questions for me.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, it's really easy for the Hera to pick off the Eve. She can even stop her out with the 1-2 stun combo. So I don't know what they were planning, because Phoebus has been picked up and Mincetar, kind of a perfect combo, perfect hero against Phoebus, because Phoebus can't really move in that ult from Mincetar. So yep, his ultimate is kind of cancelled. With this Melissa, another strong hero right now, she can mark down the Eve pretty easily, because of course if Marbles just connects and Eve is on the RWM, it's kind of an easy extra target, standalone target. And same goes for the Phoebus as well as the Kufra. You can't really catch Melissa if she deploys her ult. So either you just bait her ult first, or maybe I would say if she's even on a Purify, then it's even worse for the Kufra, because you would really want to catch up that Melissa as well as the Hirara. Same goes even for the Hirara, like Kufra can counter her to some extent but not completely, because she does get completely immune during her skills. So Team Elite, let's see, as for now I would say the draft in my opinion is really strong from the side of Team Destiny.
I agree, and they have the Mincetar too for this side, and Mincetar is like a kryptonite for the dash heroes, and Phoebus could be denied out if he's on inside the King's Calling, the Infernal Pursuits. If I'm not mistaken, he will not be able to spam it like he is supposed to. So can work out for the favor of the side of Team Destiny, and it depends upon how well the Mincetar is able to join up onto those team fights and able to land those hooks is also a major factor.
That I'm still alive.
I believe like Mincetar is going to be really great pick for the side of Team Destiny, and they are responding out with the meta prio heroes. The Mincetar is the only situational one on here because they got their hands onto the Atlas too. So in terms of the engages, I believe they are pretty much very solid, and they respond out with the Vali 2 against the Phoebus. So in terms of the draft, I think Team Destiny would be having the upper hand, but execution wise, if Team Elite are able to utilize onto this draft, then it could be quite beneficial for them. But the main thing is, what is the jungler going to be here? Because the assassins will be denied out by the Mincy, and I believe like the fighter or maybe a utility could have been a better option, but there you go. Mobility wise, Harley could actually just dive in, but precision is very important for him.
Definitely he needs to watch out for that ults, a lot of ults honestly. Like if you dive in for the Valier, you can just be pushed away with the second skill. If you dive in for the Melissa, you might be the one getting deleted instead, because it will always be the Atlas around the marksman, right? And Atlas is just so strong into the early. The passive, the way he just freezes and slows you down, really annoying. He does have the second skill, but the thing is, if Mincy just uses up the King's Calling with a flicker, if he is gone for. Same goes with the Hirara, she can just lock him down for some extent with the stun combo. So let's see how it works for them. I mean, Roddy is a good pick against assassins, but against Hirara, I don't know how well it's gonna work, because if you are the one who is using a second skill to dive and stun down the Hirara, you might be the one getting immobilized instead. So let's see this. Here we are into the land of dawn. Both the teams are ready, and as per me, I would definitely say Team Destiny already picking up with 4 meta heroes. They are really having a very strong draft right now. But Team Elite, they are onto their comforts, so maybe sometimes comforts can also win out.
Yeah, it's on to the execution. So even if you have a full meta kind of a lineup, the heroes that has been really strong onto the batch, there is still a slight possibility that might not be advantageous for your side, and it completely depends upon how well you are able to take your neutral objectives as well as make advantage of your team fights. So this is the first match for the night, the first game onto this BO3, very aggressive right from the start, baiting out the flicker from the Kufra. Vex is just forced to go back, and they are just invading onto the purple buff already. The Brody is there for the backup, and they might just be able to do so, but once again flicker gets baited out, and they are able to take the purple just like that. Not a good sign, especially being out a jungler that is completely relied onto the level 4. Once again, the resources are getting baited out as well as the purple buff. So, Team Destiny making full advantage of their draft right now.
Yep, they are. They have a very strong early. They even have the late. They have Melissa, they have a Minsitar. So, yeah, I think they're fully packed. With Atlas, Valera, and Herrera, the strong is really early. And you just look at the Atlas. He knows. And Kufra is really tanky, but then again, really needs one or two of his equipments. There comes the stun. The Atlas is getting poked left and right. Needs to force with recall, and Valera all alone. And here comes the second skill. The stun connects right onto the Harley. That is why he's even a nightmare for the assassins, I would say. But Herrera dives in once again with the mice and A, and the first blood onto the weave. As expected, does not really have the mobility to pass away from Herrera, and Herrera doesn't really matter because Atlas is back with the stun, with the first kill. There we have it, even the Valir for the backup. Herrera tries to join in with the mice name once again, takes a double kill. And a triple.
Whoa.
Okay, it's the 3 kills on the side of Team Destiny, but unfortunately it's 2 kills in the hands of the tank, which rather, I mean it matters, but then again, better if it would be Herrera who got those kills.
Yeah, it's better if the damage dealer actually, seals the deal when it comes out onto the kills. But still, regardless of the fact, that was a 3 for none, as well as the turtle going out for the side of Team Destiny. And once again, there's no backup for the Kufa. King's Calling comes up, and Vex will be taken down. And look at the Atlas, very aggressive. Has the Fatal Links, can directly dive in onto that as well, but it will not be needed. Chevron Leams able to get the kill. There is the ring coming up from the Harley, just goes back right on time, but there is the Retribution being used out as well. Ice Retribution comes up. He has the Fatal Links, he can directly just go for it, but okay, he will be able to escape. Maybe, okay, the Fatal Links this time was on CD, but once again a kill onto the Phobius, so Team Destiny fully onto the advantage as of now.
I mean, definitely, they just won it out already onto the draft, because not only do they have meta picks, it's like 2 or 3 of these meta picks literally counter out whatever Team Elite has picked up. Especially that Eve pick was really unnecessary over here. And she's good, but then here comes Mycenae once again, and a flicker coming in from the Brody, misses out the ult. Sad. Needs to back off for now. 3 gold for the Melissa, already with the corrosion sight, and it's only been 4 minutes into the game. Yep, they are doing pretty well. And the gold lead, so does the macro and micro, steadily creeping in the hands of Team Destiny.
Yeah, Satan will just be forced to go back, and the fact that the Melissa is able to scale up quite perfectly onto the gold lane is going to be very, very problematic for the side of Team Elite. And the reason is because if the Melissa gets her items as soon as possible, it's going to be very problematic, and Crisis is able to get the kill once again onto the Phobius. The counter pick completely backfired onto the side of Team Elite because they did have the counter pick kind of an advantage when it came out onto the draft, but it's backfiring onto them, and thanks to the Valir, of course. Even if the Phobius tries to engage with the Infernal Pursuits as well as the Red Eye, he's not able to do so because of the pushbacks the Valir is able to do. And just like that, they just go in, Immobilize comes up, Flicker being baited out. Omega might not be able to escape this one out as well. Herrera able to do the burst. Jebron Leams able to get the kill. And that is going to be a killing spree. 8 for 0. Still no trades. As of now, Fatal Links as well as the Flicker combination. Beautiful combo just comes up. And they might not be stopping up for more. They might be going up onto Vex as well. He is all alone. Uses the Flicker, just goes back. And that is going to be a 1 for none. But Crisis is back onto the backup. He will just be poking out of Kufra, and once again the neutral objective should be secured, but the Harley is waiting onto the bush. The Retribution is going to be the main game, but looks like he won't even be contesting it as for now. And they are very much aggressive. Once again Omega goes down. They haven't stopped yet. Vex is all alone, and it is going to be a double for Jebron Leams. 12-0, and it just looks like the lead is going to be just extending at this point.
Yep, and here comes Phobius. Maybe he should go back for now. He's kind of all alone, of course. Getting sandwiched between 4 members. His Flicker gets pulled up, hooked by the king, and Crisis gets that kill. And with this, the second tier might also fall as they're aiming for it. And here comes the Brody with the ultimate. Doesn't really matter because the stacks weren't up. The damage is also low, but here comes the King's Calling and the hook. and a monster kill followed up as the Hirara just grabs it up. And here comes the RWM along with the charge from the Kufra. Does not really uses up his ult out there, but Hirara dives in. They mobilize onto the Eve as Kufra. Good initiation, but dives in once again. Confirm the kill. At this point, she is way too farmed up, and they don't really have anything which can stop her at this point. Harley just trying to contest for the orange, but probably will be denied. Atlas goes in with the stun once again. Okay, why did the Fovis jump in like that in between so many members? With this, yep, 15 for 0. The lead is not stopping, the aggression is not stopping, and of course it will only be extending. And here comes the ultimate magic. He is pretty low. Uses the mobilize just to immune it away. Of course, this is Hirara after all, and pays up with his own life instead. So with this, the second tier from both the sides, all three sides, all falling down. Next might be the inhibitors, as the holy shields are also falling away.
Yeah, and just like that, it's only the inhibitor towers remaining on to the 7-minute mark. And just like that, Hirara once again goes in. Jebron, Tyrant's even misses out, and that is going to be a mega for Crisis. RWM comes up, but not enough damage. Torn apart memory follows up as well. King's Calling used up from the Minsitara. 3 for none for the side of Team Destiny. They might not just wait it out for the Lord or maybe another neutral, because they are directly trying to go out for the end. Infernal Pursuit comes up, but that is going to be a desperate kind of defense. 4 for none. The Kufra is back onto the scene, but they will be able to get another inhibitor towers onto their name, and they might just be going back, but the Harley goes back as well. Zuzu will be taken off. That was a beautiful fatal links as well as the Flecker combination coming up onto him, and they will just be losing off their members at this point. Finally a kill for the side of Team Elite, but the leads and everything, it's mostly onto the favor for the side of Team Destiny, and it might just be a matter of point that the game will be ending as soon as possible. And looking at the itemizations and everything, it's not even onto the Trinity side, but the draft advantage is huge. And if you look a close look at it, Asuya, the Phobius is yet to complete even his War Axe, so it's very problematic for this side.
I mean, he just started. He could have completed it before, but never mind. Stun coming in. The fatal link and the flicker, easy flicker for the Kufra, but only one connects. And finally, a shutdown is fully falls off the RWM for the health. The utility is there. The hook missing out, and the Atlas is still once again right inside. And finally, Satan gets that one kill. A double kill. I think way too aggressive right before the Lord. And with 2 members missing, it might be defendable for the side of Team Elite, but the inhibitor from the mid lane has been taken away. The battles connect. Too many mobilize coming in from the Hirara. The Vengeance being popped out, and the Flicker too baited away from Eve. Well, I think way too much wastage of resources. The minions are piling up. Lord is also coming up. The lane sync is kind of okay for them, but with this, they're just trying to defend as much as possible. Atlas as well as Walid also making their way. This might be the final march for them. The hook missing out once again, but the Flicker King's calling. 3 men immobilized coming in from the Hirara as she follows up, and 3 people fall down. It is another kill for the Melissa as he was the 4th one, and of course Satan. And with this, the base falls down.
Yeah, and the game number 1 goes out for the side of Team Destiny, of course. And the draft, as well as, let's say, the early game advantage that they were able to capitalize was massive, and just like that, Team Elite will be falling off for the first game at least. So I think they will be at least getting some lessons on to from here, and they will be trying to draft it out according to the meta, I hope, because there is kind of a possibility that there is going to be some target bans onto the second game, especially the Hirara, and Chevron Leaves was able to get the MVP as well. So it's completely valid, you can ban out the Hirara, but at the same time you need to make sure that the other meta picks, valid meta picks, would also not be available, and if it is available, make sure you use it for your side at least, because I do agree that situational as well as comfort picks works, but there is a reason why it is called situational. It works out temporarily, or let's say it works out according to the situation. So the Minsitar was one of the things, and the 4 meta picks advantage for the side of Team Destiny was one of the reasons why they were able to capitalize onto it, and the dashes was completely being denied out by the Minsitar. So it was pretty much a perfect game coming up from the side of Team Destiny. and if they are able to keep up with this kind of momentum, there is a strong chance that they might just be able to clear, just be able to clean sweep for the night and call it off for the day. And Team Elite, they will at least get some practice for the side as well, so it is still a win-win for both of the sides. So I only just want Team Elite to improve more onto their draft and hopefully onto the execution as well, especially onto the early side. Make sure you're not losing out onto the objectives, and even if the enemies are trying out for the invasions, there is some backup for you, at least that your jungler is able to keep up with the farm.
Yep, definitely. That's everything you said out there. The draft, execution, and also a bit on the synergy. So hopefully they do improve and join us on more scrims, because this is the best place to practice after all. With this, we will be going in for the second phase of the draft once again. Let's see what happens at this point, because Aurora wasn't picked up by anyone. Kaja wasn't picked up by anyone either, so I was really surprised. Hirara, even I forgot about the Hirara, but then again, if they had Aurora, at least she could time out the second skill for the stun, right? That did not really happen. And even the Kukra, like, what can even the Kukra do? It was like the team was really split apart. They weren't really together. You gave away the Melissa, you gave away Atlas, you gave away... you literally gave away 4 meta heroes. And I think it is what it is. Scene goes for, the Eve was a good pick. She is also a good pick, but then she is mostly the utility kind of mage you would need when your gold laner needs space, something like a carry or maybe something like a Harriet. Or she's even used when, when you have assassin into the team, or maybe just for some cleaning up. So maybe go for something else at this point. Even a Saber could have worked them better, I would say, at this point than the Harley.
Yeah, that's the thing, and we do hope the second game will be, starting as soon as possible. But at the same time, I think there are some viewers as well who have just joined us. So if you have just joined, just make sure you are liking as well as being active onto the stream, and make sure you are sharing it to the people as well, to give them a platform in order to practice it out onto the scrims. And there, I think like one of the biggest advantages you can take from the scrims is going to be the fact that if your team is willing to practice and if they are willing to improve, then this is a great platform, not gonna lie, because you will be able to watch out the highlights for your games, and you will be able to at least come up with your mistakes. You will be able to analyze your mistakes, as well as you will be able to improve eventually. So in my experience and everything I saw by far, I think the teams who just joined, they improved gradually after they were consistent on it. So even if the results are not coming up from the first day, it will be there as much as you are able to commit yourself onto it. So I do hope we will be seeing more competitions as well onto the next upcoming weeks too. And for now, the second game for second match for the second game is going to be starting, and this is going to be the draft phase. This time again, Team Destiny will be having the first pick advantage for their side, and meanwhile Team Elite, they do have the counter pick kind of a thing. I do hope they do counter it out this time instead of just going out for their comforts, which is not going to be favoring them at all.
Hails before the scattering.
Yep, and last time Team Destiny had the first pick, right? And now they have it again. I don't know. Let's see though. Hirara been banned away, Hanzo too. Well, of course, let's see some more good bans coming up. With the Aurora, the Pico, the Barat.
Forlorn.
Oh, Exana. Why would you ban out Exana? I mean, what can I even say? That's a waste. Maybe they're going for the glue?
Yes.
I am the
That could
But
be
then,
the case.
Vexana can be avoided by the glue if you time out the second skill, right? It's just that the Faram is just more of a problem than the
but I do
Vexana.
know my traits.
Yeah, I completely valid actually. Faramis is more of a problem because of the splash damage he does with his S2, and the fact that the Vexana is getting banned out. Maybe it could be something else, or maybe they have a trauma with the Vexana as well as her Eternal Guard. So they are just banning it out. And the Nia is also onto the ban section. So two of the heroes which were picked out previously from the side of Team Destiny will not be available. That is the Atlas as well as the Hirara. So they still have a lot of options. There is the Eudora, there is the Kaja, there is the Paquito. So what is Team Destiny gonna go with? Or maybe they will just be picking out the glue as the first pick. Most likely not, because there are a lot of options available, in my opinion.
Butterfly is born by thy wish.
What is
Guided
Zushan
by
being
lantern's light.
first pick? Well, she is another utility mage, really good at disorienting the entire team lineup, but it really depends if you have good frontliners and if your tank as well as your EXP is able to sustain and give you the sets, because the longer the team fight, the better she works. But with this now, Team Elite, they do have the option to pick up the Eudora. I mean, why not just pick up the Eudora? Just take it. Just take it. And yes, Kaja is also open. Kaja Eudora combo would also work well for them. Even the Guinevere onto
play
the jungle
together.
can be really strong right now. Okay.
Oh my god, okay.
They go for another comfort pick, which is Changi. Now, Team Destiny, you can definitely go in for the Lolita.
I agree. And if they went out for a Granger too, then that's more the merrier at this point. But there is less kind of chance, and there you go, the Xbox will be picked out. So Team Elite will be just picking out the comfort picks as for now, and Team Destiny, they have the pick advantage for the side. And I believe, like previously, it was the Minsitar that was picked up, right? So I believe like Minsitar as well as a Kaja combination works out very very well. So there could be a chance that the Kaja will be coming up, because Paquito is a flex. He mostly gets prio onto the EXP or jungle, but there is a less kind of a chance he goes on onto the gold as well. So he is one of the heroes that can provide out the burst too. But in this case, I think it is a Paquito EXP. So we'll just have to wait it out for that. And this time, Team Elite goes out with a combination kind of a thing. That is going to be the Carmilla. So the only issue here is going to be that Paquito as well as Harley is already very very well. So catching them with the Curse of Blood is going to be very tough.
I will protect you.
Yep, and even the Zushan, because she can just ult away, right? She has, and on top of that, if she's onto the flicker, because she should be since there is an X-Ward, you're not catching anyone. Not catching the Harley, not catching the Zushan, you aren't catching our Phoebus either, because he's way too mobile. Too much of mobility. And look at that, Mino as well as Lolita being banned away. And with this Team Elite, they do have the option to go for our Kaja as well as, just send Paquito to the gold lane and put Kaja as well as the Mincy. Mincy can even go onto the gold, so doesn't really matter. But with this, two marksmen bans from the side of Team Destiny, as they should ban out a carry and a Melissa. Well, Melissa makes sense in carry. Carry is also strong, but then needs a lot of scaling. So we could have banned away the Claude instead, but I don't think Team Elite will be playing a Claude, so it is what it is. But with this, now finally they go in for a Leomord. Again, I would say it's a bad pick here, because Zushan will control you, Harley can move away, Paquito can move away. I mean, you can catch up Paquito if you do manage to give him a lot of stuns, but your priority would be the marksman as well as the Zushan. And yes, here we go, the Marcel open, and a Lela pick coming up. Well, I think Lela can be really strong here because she has a Marcel with her, and the Zushan will be giving her a lot of space.
And they seal the deal with a Hanabi too against a Layla onto the lane. So this is a kind of a matchup that, at least onto the gold lane, the marksmen have to wait it out in order to play very aggressively. And once the Layla is reaching level 12 as well as getting the Malefic gun, the range is going to be absolutely massive. So how will Team Elite be responding onto this is my questions onto here, because they have the Leomord as well as the Carmilla, but Leomord against the Jushin, you already did mention it, and it's going to be very very problematic for them, especially when the Jushin just does the knockup with her lantern. So Team Destiny still has a very valid draft onto the side. The only steal, I would say, the only same hero right now is the Harley. It was for the side of Team Elite, and this time it is for the side of Team Destiny. So it could be quite of a statement that Jebron Limbs will be able to do it, because the Harley has a lot of advantage onto here, especially onto stealing out the neutral objectives because of his mobility. This is going to be the second game for the first match, and this is going to be between Team Elite going up against Team Destiny. Destiny onto the match point, and Team Elite, could they be coming up with a response, forcing up onto a game number 3, or will it be a clean sweep? It will be answered onto this match.
Well, yep, and with this we do see Harley going into the side creep, and once again the Paquito. It is the Paquito with the blue. Zuzu manages to take that blue, but that was quite an invade coming up. And of course against an X-Fork, Paquito will be having the upper hand. His Viraga armor is way too fragile into the early, just 1 or 2 hits away. And with this, our Leo is already low. Here comes the passive from the Marcel, trying to just invade for now. Manages to get both of the buffs this time, and Chang'e just doing some poke damage. With this, against the Lucian, even Chang'e will be suffering with the lane here, as she already is. But look at the Carmela, as well as the invades and the retribution being forced up. And of course, this was expected because, like I said before, Firaga armor is way too fragile in the beginning, and Paquito's burst is already way too insane for him to handle. Once the armor is gone, he's kind of a sitting down. Well, in the top lane, it will definitely be the Hanabi. If she maneuvers it well alongside the minions, she can really, stand down, give a lot of damage. But here comes the Harley. Okay, Hanabi just uses up the Aegis. Barely managed to survive. But here, Lord, with the Phantom Steed, the Rom lanes will be falling. With this Telela being forced to flicker away. Pretty good initiations coming from both the sides. Meanwhile, just look at the mid lane. They are after Chang'e. Chang'e gets taken down by Crisis. And with this, I think Carmela, you joined way too late. So she was late to the party. And with this, let's see who manages to grab onto the turtle, because you can see both the teams on equal footing right now. It's a 2-for-1, but that hardly matters, just 1 kill away.
And the turtle has been spawned, so Team Destiny as well, I think the aggression is definitely there. They can play it out aggressively, but the fact that make sure you're just not getting caught up by all of the members coming up from the side of Team Elite. And I think Team Elite, they are playing it out very synergy wise and making sure that the mode actually gets onto the blue buff. There is the ring from the Hardy, is not able to escape. Jebron is able to get the kill, and it is going to be another trade for the side of Team Destiny, and the turtle is already there, so they're taking their time in order to contest it as well. Leomod can actually join in with the Phantom Steed. A solo kill onto the top. The Hanabi just goes down onto the hands of the Layla. Meteor Strike just comes up from Chang'e, but they might just be able to escape. Phantom Steed as well as the follow-up comes up, but that is a beautiful golden hour coming up from the Marcel. Knockups from the Jushin, and Zuzu be taken down onto the process. Wishing the Lantern Flare comes up from the Jushin, and they will just be diving in with the Crimson Beacon, and it just looks like Last Insanity will be used out as well. Harley doesn't has his too. He will be taken down from the Last Insanity, but he doesn't has his Firaza armor this time. Dies for the overextension, but gets the kill onto the jungler. Compared to the first game, Team Elite are doing pretty much better when it comes out onto the response, but they will be losing onto that turtle at least. But onto the top, look at that, Layla.
Layla is kind of low, and same goes for Hanabi. My question is, how is Hanabi falling with the Layla? But the Phantom Steed right inside the turret, flicker away from the Layla. That was a good manual coming in from the Layla. She's safe for now, but kind of surprising that Layla is so weak into the early, and Hanabi has the absolute advantage. But yet she is the one falling. But here comes the passive. The stun connects up. The Layla is trying to follow up 1 hit away. And yep, the first kill takes that kill away. With this Meteor Shower coming in near the blue, it's an invade as the blue has been stolen once again. And here comes the Carmela, the Crimson Beacon, as well as the Firaga armor. Last Insanity being used up. And with this, the passive ring connects on the ladder, it just falls down. Paquito trying to punch away onto Carmela. With this, they are playing a bit safe, but then Team Destiny once again having the reins of the game, control of the macro as well as the micro.
Yeah, the fact that they are playing out very aggressively as well as getting the trades is going to be the main highlight for the side of Team Destiny, because no matter what, oh my god, Zeus just goes down. Speaking of which, there might be an invasion onto the top side before that, but it does look like the Marcel can be coming up with a golden hour. The fact that both of the roamers can initiate quite well is going to be very problematic for either of the sides, but Hanabi is able to escape it out. Just now, golden hour is still available, but the killing spree will be done from the Marcel at least. He does have his ultimate, can go in, might be able to do so, but the Curse of Blood does connect onto two people. Not enough damage to actually clear it out, and that will be the overextension as well as the killing spree for the Layla. Kelp TZ is making sure the lane will be getting frozen and it will be cleared out from there, but the Changi has the meteor shower in order to clear it out, but it could be quite problematic for her if he just stays there, and that will be Zebron Lee sealing the deal as well as, just doing the work at this point. The turtle is still available and they might just be going in. Once again, Crimson Beacon comes up from the Jushin, but it might be an outplay coming up from the mid laner against an EXP. He just falls off. Killing spree for the Jushin again. Crisis quite onto the rampage, and once again Team Destiny able to get the turtle.
So with this, we have they're trying to play once again, but the meteor shower comes in trying to save the Carmela. And once again, Hanabi falls off solo in the hands of our Lela. So yep, she is farming pretty well. And with this, the orange in the hands of the Leo mod, but even the team fight in the top lane was so much overextended at that point because even the Harley made all his way from the bot to the top after taking all his creeps. Meanwhile, Leo mod first getting punched by the Paquito near the inhibitor, and then way too much overextension right inside the first turret of the enemy, and Paquito takes him down once again. So I think, Team Elite, they do have a good start, but then once they start falling, they can't keep their calm. They just, they kind of give up, or maybe the synergy goes really bad between them because the decisions start to falter as this once again, a Curse of Blood connects onto Man. Okay, it's a very bad Curse of Blood. So with this, we have Meteor Shower once again. The passive comes in from Marcel, the last insanity also kind of wasted the Zushin trying to bring Lalit once again into the front, but doesn't really matter because the ult from the Lala will be sealing the deal. With this, Hanabi back with the first kill trying to poke away the Zushin, and with this, Team Destiny will not be overextending, just moving back into safety unless and until we do have some other option as the Marcel goes in once again. And here comes a lot of damage coming in from the Changi on the meteor strike, but the only issue is you can literally sidestep it, and that's what is happening. And with this, we have 19 per 4. The golden hour does not really come up once again. It's just a stick of the passive for the Marcel. And this is why you ban the Marcel. He's just so annoying. The way he can just dive in and dive out. Just ban him, man.
Yeah, and the way he is able to sustain as well, regardless of the fact he's kind of a support, more of a support, but still the engages as well as the frozen moment is going to be very crucial for him. The burst being bursted out, Prince just recalling it out and able to take the kill once again onto Vex, might be able to break down onto Lalit as well. Lalit uses the flicker to just go back, and he will be able to do so, but the problem is the Lord is already up and Team Destiny will be wasting no more time and directly going out for it. And compared to the first game, at least, they do have the towers for their side, but the Phantom steal onto the top lane. Leomord is all alone onto the other. The Layla tries to engage onto him. Golden Hour connects, and there is the basic attacks from the Layla. It perfectly combines out with the Marcel, and they are able to take down the jungler just like that. There might be another engage too onto here, but okay, it would be better actually if they just wait out for the Lord at this point. They already have the lead, they might not be able to throw it out. Hanabi just goes down, Omega will be falling off, and the lane sinking might not just be up to the point, but the Lord is marching from the bot side, so the holy shields are also being up, so it might just be a matter of time for the side of Team Death.
Yep, and with this, we have Carmela looking for some exchanges for some good Curse of Blood. The Meteor Shower used to clear up one minion, but hardly goes in. The flicker from the Changi being baited away. The Lord is also marching down the top tier. The inhibitor under attack. Changi just goes in for the defense. Lord is knocking their door onto the bot lane first here, but here comes the passive. The Curse of Blood connects onto 3 members, but the damage isn't enough as it will be Vex. The Crimson Beacon looking for more exchanges, more follow-ups as Lela follows up with 1 hit and the Hanabi goes down. The Meteor's Shower once again, but nothing really for them to clear up. As look at the Lela's Nella is so farmed up right now, right inside the turret. The golden hour comes up onto 2 members. The recalls are also there. Okay, the fountain is literally saving them, but who is going to save their base as the minion, as well as Harley just take it down. And with this, it's a clean sweep outside of Team Destiny.
Yep, and that would be quite of a victory for this side as well, for the side of Destiny, because yesterday they were a little bit short, but this time they are able to come up with a clean sweep as well as a dominating victory for the side. And Team Destiny will be the one victorious here, and congratulations for the side of Team Elite as well, because I think this was one of their first participations, and hopefully they did learn out most from here as well, and they will be at least improving from here is what I hope. And hopefully when it comes out onto the drafts, I believe like instead of the first try to rely more onto the meta picks, so that will be giving more advantages for the side. Pick out or prioritize those heroes which has been on quite of a run, at least on the match. So that will be it for my analysis. Asuya, anything else you would like to add up?
Nothing much to add up. And with this, thank you everyone for watching. We will be going in for a short break, but do stay tuned because we have more BO3s coming up.
Well, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Algambo Esports MOBA Warmup classes. And right now, we'll be heading forward for the game number 2, which will be happening between Team Blood Serpent versus Team Maverick. It's your boy STZ, and with me now than Itami will be joining me. And now we're going to see that how the draft is going to happen and how they are going to pick the meta picks or they're going for their comfort. Really going to see all these things. Team Mavericks does have a chance to go for the meta here. And you can see the bans coming in. Uranus on the first ban. Blood Serpent going maybe for the Hirara or maybe for the Marcel. Even the Atlas is working so well. So yeah, why not the Atlas? But no, they're going to go for a Belleric. First the Belleric. And now I think Team Mavericks going to take out the Hirara or maybe the Marcel. This two. I'm waiting on this 2 picks. If you guys haven't joined yet, your friends haven't joined yet, then share the stream as much as you can to your friends, to your anyone who plays MOBA, who watches tournament. They should be here. They should watch this MOBA Warmup class series. And if you want to register yourself for the MOBA Warmup class series, then every day the link is out in our website for the registration. You can do it by just tapping onto the link and going in there. And you can also get featured here as a player, as a team. Melissa, Eudora, and the Kaja. Last man coming in. Itami, what do you think it will be?
By far, like the bans looks pretty much updated to me, and it is going to be followed up by a Marcel, but still, I believe like a lot of options are still open, like the Paquito as well as the Atlas is still available, but Atlas
and
first
now
pick,
you can see that.
Yeah.
Even the false bloom.
I think it is going to be a Hirara. So of course we follow it up with the Hirara, which was opened out from the side, from both of the sides, and the response could be coming out from the side of Team Blood Serpents as well, because the Paquito is also available. The Atlas is also there, but the Atlas could be pretty much dicey if you get countered out by a Valentina, and that could have been quite of the case, and they decided to go out with the Barats instead. So the Paquito is going to be a flex here, but most probably it should be onto the jungle because of the fact the Barats has been picked out. So EXP Barats followed by a burst kind of a damage dealer, that is going to be the Paquito. He has been a very valid pick for either of the sides, to be honest. If not banned out, definitely just go for him and flex him out.
Definitely. Barats into the EXP and a Paquito into the Dole, or maybe a Barats into the jungle, Paquito into the EXP, or vice versa. Who knows? The Team Mavericks going for the Hirara, and Mr. Consistent, he's been so good with those assassin kind of heroes. I've never seen him picking a Hirara on the first pick. And now Esmeralda. Okay, that's an absolute needed pick here. When you see a Paquito around any team or any role he is playing, you need a Esmeralda to counter it down there. Minotaur. Okay. Blood Serpent is actually going so tanky here, and I'm kind of, like in doubt that Team Maverick did not pick the carry yet.
All who dare stand in my way will be devoured.
I do agree on to that, and they decided to respond out with an Atlas. So Atlas as well as the Esmeralda. Esmeralda, if it is against a Paquito onto the laning, then Esme is quite of a counter pick if you ask me, but against a Barats, she might be kind of struggling, but it is kind of an equal kind of a matchup if you ask me. But Barats is not reliant on the shield as much as a Paquito is. So they decided to go out with the Valentina as well as the Jushin bans, 2 mid lane priors and the jungle priors from the side of Team Mavericks onto the ban section, that is the YSS as well as the Hanzo. Tank Hanzo has been onto the trend, and I believe like he has been quite of a nuisance even onto the rank scene, and once he gets the stacks onto the Thunderbolt, it's not just the sustain but the damage source also comes up from the Thunderbolt stacks. So the Hanzo ban is pretty much valid, at least for now, unless and until he gets nerfed onto the future patches. But for now, I think Hanzo is pretty much of a meta, and Blood Serpent will be responding with most probably a mid laner, and that is going to be a Zetian. So a Zetian against an Atlas and a Hirara, they already have enough mobility. So something mobile would have been nice, but the Zetian's passive will be, relying her more onto the survivability, at least till the passive is up. So
Pain
She
It's
can
the
be the
proof that
engager
I'm
as well
still
for the side with the Phoenix if they follow up with the Minoan Fury. And Team Mavericks will be sealing the deal with the Brody and Lilia. So by far, I think in terms of the draft, they are pretty much meta-reliant for both of the sides, and the jungler is going to be the final touch. What it could be, Ash. Assassins most probably. Or maybe a Pakito onto the jungle.
Or maybe the Pakito under the jungle and a gold lane pick for them. But as per now, I believe Mavericks has taken this Brody, knowing that this Pakito is going for a gold. And that's what's happening here. This Harley being featured here from the set of Team Blood Serpent. We're going to see a Pakito gold with a Barat into the EXP. There you go, guys. The set is completed from both these sides. And we can see that the survivability wise, Team Blood Serpent is doing so well at this moment. They do have a lot, much sustain. But while you talk about the early game access as well as shredding or burst capability, this is what Team Mavericks is going in for. They're lacking the survivability, just having this Esmeralda and that class as a frontliner. Apart from it, they're totally going in for the damage. So yeah, they're really not going to find the snowball. More than that, they will find execution in the early game. Here we are into the Land of Dawn, game number 1 for this match number 2 at Algambo Esports MOBA Warmup Class Series. And right now you're watching it at the YouTube channel of Algambo Esports. So if you're new, then do not forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you're already our subscriber, then share the stream to your friends, like the stream, and comment down whom you're supporting. Invasion. Okay, that's a quite good move. Giving out a little bit of zone and a pick-winner rotation as a jungler, because nowadays we do see the side lane, side creep rotation, whatever you can say it. But Mr. Consistent started it with the blue buff, and then he gonna proceed towards the red. He will get the level 4 mark, but doesn't matter. Level 2 is enough for a Hirara. So definitely. Here you go.
Yeah.
Zone coming out from the Atlas as well.
Yep, and the thing they will try to, the thing with the Brody is he will be able to at least be advantageous against the Pakito before he gets the level 4, and he can make full advantage of the range he has onto his skill set. So the Brody against the Pakito, at least onto the early game matchup, I think Brody will be having quite of an upper hand, and if he is able to at least freeze the lanes and make Pakito miss out onto some of the minions, then he will be having the gold advantage for the side as well. So the lane freeze is going to be very, very crucial for him. And at the same time, there is some invasion coming up. Atlas follows up as well.
Retribution bug has been taken down from the hand of Hirara, but Mr. Consistent want to go for the fight, couldn't manage to go in there. Minotaur in a very bad position right now will be taken out as a first blood for Mr. Consistent. And here we go. The roamer is not being available into the turtle, first turtle. And while level 4 Esmeralda is kind of winning the lane against the Barats. Oh, flicker baited. Early flicker. And now I don't think they're going to contest the turtle. What do you think?
Yeah, could be the case. Once again, invasion.
Okay, trap down there onto the turtle pit, and we might gonna see another blood shredding down there because it will be a double into the trade. Barat going using the Detonas for running in there, and initiation will not be enough. Double secured, gonna go in for a triple. Oh no, passive works so well, but nothing gonna stop Crazy tonight. Triple coming up for G-Razy, and now he's looking for the Maniac, but no, as he's not getting greedy. Retaliating back with just 4 into the hand.
That's actually great enough for the side of the Mavericks, considering you got the triple as well as you got the turtle. So it would be better you don't overextend out onto any fights and don't get them the shutdown gold at least. And looking at the replays, I think the Detona's welcome was not able to connect with the Barats, and Coconut Water was taken down onto the 1v1, at least onto the off cam, but they were able to trade it off with a triple right onto there, and they were able to get the turtle. So Team Maverick still has the advantage, at least onto the gold as well as onto the neutral objective lead. But the gold lane matchup is pretty much crucial, and I think the mastery onto the Pakito is definitely paying off, even if it is onto the gold lane.
Dino needs to charge more into the team fight rather than sulking around that EXP lane, ATP. But for now, that's another fight going in. GV goes down. Mr. Consistent grab up the Gale, battling down to 3 people. Bunch of them got caught in the way. Double for Consistent, slain onto the Dino. And now they're chasing down Zovin. Zovin managed to get back into the safer track, but losing out another 3 casualties. Team Blood Serpent at this point not having a great day, Tommy.
Yeah, and for the side of Team Mavericks, I think Blood Serpent was only able to trade it off, at least onto the gold lane, but the problem is onto the other lanes. It is mostly onto the team fights that Team Mavericks are able to have the last laugh, as well as the fact that G-Raze is already onto a killing spree, has most of the gold, and catching her is not going to be very easy because of the fact even if the Barats use out a nom, she can purify it out. So escaping as well as the zoning will be coming up. The second turtle comes up, and I think the Brody needs to maintain his distance at least for now, because the Paquito can actually burst him down if he gets too close onto there. But there is some backup coming up from him onto the bot side. Liquor gets baited out, just goes back right on time, but that is a huge resource right there.
Dino also rotate down to the bot side for the turtle, so there is a chance to go for the contest. But before that, look at the dance coming out from Desmeralda. He goes in for the Starfall Moon and gonna make the passive out. Minnow and Fury used, and we're gonna see the Zatian coming in for the ultimate as well. But now, look at the shots comes in. Dino is in a very bad position right now, chasing down onto the top side. Dino goes down. Coconut Water get the kill. Fataling's connected as well, but 0 follow-up for the class, so he needs to retreat back. And at this moment, Mr. Consistent grab up another neutral objective for the side of Team Mavericks. So decent goal lead, decent accumulation of neutral objectives, and of course a high level of score deficit for Blood Serpent. But no, they're gonna get a double here. That's actually you can say a relief in your breath. But no, another trap down coming in. Structure secured on the bot side. Okay, they traded the tier for those 2 kills, you can say.
I believe like the Paquito has 3 kill leaders for the side of Team Blood Serpent, and all 3 was done from the Paquito. So yeah, unless and until he doesn't get the shutdown, I think there is still hope for the side of Team Blood Serpent if he is able to farm it up and the team is able to provide the backup as well as the resource side. But there's the engage once again. Falling Star Moon.
Falling Star Moon, Minnow and Fury is the knock-on happen there, but the tone is welcome. But my goodness, battling down to 4 people, follow-up coming in instantly. G-Razy melted down, slain onto GV, double for Coconut Water. 3 goes down with just a single into the hand, and that single is a roamer, so it doesn't affect much to us, the Team Mavericks. Tier 1 goes down in the mid. They did open up the map for them, and now, look at it, Paquito. He's trying a lot of things here. He's been the one getting the structure. He's been the one going for the split push. He's been the one having the score for his side. And other than him, Blood Serpent is actually sulking around.
Yeah, that's the thing. And for Blood Serpent, I think the Harley as well needs to acquire some kills at least, because okay, there you go. He goes in with the initiation, but the damage is not going to be actually enough to take down the Brody. Uses the flicker and just goes back. And I think the Fury of the Phoenix will be coming up. Engage right there. Just goes back. But
Okay,
there's the backup coming up.
Battle Links connected as well. Flicker baited, goes back on the safer side, but now the chase happened. Falling Star Moon coming out from G-Razy, trading down the miniature. Tank falls down. Fly got the final kill. ZV goes down as well, but now Unstoppable secure. Double for G-Razy. There you go. 3 again for this. Oh no, they might gonna make it a 4. Make it a 4. Zoe couldn't survive there. This is like anything you do, you are falling behind because of the damage spike they do have right now, because of the gold lead, the items lead, and suddenly you can see the way they are going for those structures. Third turtle, easy I believe for Mavericks.
Yeah, and I think like they decided to go out with the turtle, and there's still some time for the Lord at least, so they will be trying to get at least the lane sinking as well as trying to get more towers onto there. But okay, onto the bot side, I am seeing some action going around. A shutdown onto the Paquito. That is pretty much massive because of the fact the Blood Serpent, it was only the Paquito who was not fallen off yet. But the engage once again comes up. Unstoppable as well. And the Fury.
Knock on, Coconut Water goes down, Slain on to the Barrage, Zyno goes down as well. That will be another trade for Mr. Consistent. Double, 2 casualties for him and 4 for the team. And now you can say that just 1 into your hand and you're losing out for Zaytian. Gonna try to clear out the minions, but he needs to play safe to be into the range because they do have a pick off for them. So tier 2 is about to thrash in there. Okay, the minion waves still working in, but no. Structure 2 won't survive. Top lane.
Oh, too easy. Just able to sustain it out. But there's the fight once again. Atlas just goes back right on time. And there might be the engagement on to Brody. Has the range. Torn apart memory this time does the job. Zoe goes down. And that will be quite of a trade for the Harley, at least because the torn apart memory was not connecting like it was supposed to. But this time he is able to get the kill. And that will be very much advantageous for the fact that the Lord will be spawning onto the next 25 seconds. Zoe will be back onto the scene, but the question is, will they be able to contest for the Lord considering the fact they don't have enough time? And the lane phase is one of the most crucial factors for them. And I believe right now, looking at the pace and everything, Team Blood Serpent, they need a really great kind of a trade at this point. And only a massive mistake from the side of Team Mavericks can actually do that. And looking at the itemization and everything, Hirara already completed 3 of core items, and it is getting followed up by the Brody 2, followed by the Harley, followed by the Lilia as well. And in terms of the gold deficit, the Paquito has the more gold compared to the Brody, but that is going to be an uncontested Lord for the side of Team Blood Serpent. Atlas may try to dive in, but okay, he just is able to retreat. Has the flicker, might go in this time.
Okay, Detona's welcome used as well, and that will be the Fury of the Phoenix. 4-member connected onto it, but now Fatal Length, it will be the 4-member as well. Look at the burst coming in, killing spree for Fly, double into the hand of Fly. Destruction onto the structure, but Zoe is getting chased down. Use the passport to run away there. Holly's hat, he goes back, but now he's gonna get featured. No, he's returning back. Bro literally played a peekaboo there, but couldn't survive. Not marching in. Instant amount of jab damage coming out from the Paquito flickered back into the safer side, trying to outplay it, but now double sandwiched. He got sandwiched there. Lord marching in. They do have the Holy Shield to defend it up this time. But the way things going on, Itami, I don't feel second Lord, they will survive. Might be a final push for Mavericks.
Yeah, the Holy Shield will be up as well. And looking at the replay, that was quite of a fight, but still, Harley was not able to escape onto the minicam. The Zetian goes down, but that will be a shutdown for the Harley at least. But they will be trying to dive in onto the inhibitor tower. But there you go, once again.
There you go, Zetian falls down. Inhibitor is about to crash in as well. They might gonna open up the map. Another Holy Shield popped out. Paquito waiting for the zap. Oh my goodness, this guy. This guy is awesome. His name is Mangta na kya? Kya mangta bhai tu?
He goes back. Oh
wow. Mangta na kya? He's so good, man. He's so good. The way he's waiting for his hunt is so good. But his team is left behind, and that's the reason he couldn't shine the way he should in this game so far. But he's the one-man army. He's trying his best against Team Mavericks. Team Mavericks are way out of the league right now for Blood Serpent, but still, Hirara, are you ready for it? He's waiting for that immune to get used, and then he's gonna go for the solution. Goes back to the safer side. Suddenly magic. Oh, nice. The immune on the perfect timing. Surviving it all to the way, and he goes back to the safer side as well. I mean, just believe it. Just believe it. He came into the jungle area of Team Mavericks, tried to slay the jungler, but couldn't manage to do it. Safely returned back. That's what you need. Falling Shaman, Fear the Phoenix locating out the zone, as well as we're going to see the Detona's welcome coming out from the back line. But Fatal Link's connected, unstoppable for Fly. He managed to take down Mangtanaka, and now this might be a double sandwich onto ZV. ZV somehow retaliate back into the safer side with a heal onto himself. Second Lord approached towards the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, and this could be the Lord that could seal the deal for the side of Team Mavericks, because by far there might not be the contention from Blood Serpent, but ZV is waiting
Zoe.
The thing is,
course.
like, if he actually gets out enough vision, Mr. Consistent, oh!
No, now I'm really gonna see that deadly magic. No, he can't immune it down there. He will fall down immediately. Fatal links connected again. Fly gonna go for the black shoes, and look at the burst coming out from Fly here. But look at the follow-up from the side of Team Blood Serpent. They're trying to nudge some effects onto Team Mavericks, but from the behind, oh my goodness, no, not this time. You get outplayed, but Razy goes down there. Few the Phoenix once again locating out each and every members of Team Mavericks. They're running away from the chase from Blood Serpent, and now Serpent do have a chance to go for the Lord. They do have the Retry holder on, while Team Mavericks doesn't have the Retribution holder. But look at the damage coming out from Fly. Monster can secure onto the Dino. Okay, the Harley's had been used. Another Frenzied Breathe. 3 members caught in the way, but now look at the damage again. Godlike for Fly.
No.
They're trying to bot in. It's shut down. Zoe onto the target. But look at the damage. Shots shut down. Goodness. What the heck? What the heck it was? Coconut water. My goodness. Bro was waiting for the perfect opening, and he did it. He did it in the end. At the perfect timing, consistent comeback and take the Lord away from the Serpent.
That was, a perfectly timed torn apart memory, to be honest. And he was able to get it this time, and it was a wipeout for the side of Team Mavericks. Able to get the Lord. They directly go in from the mid, but there might be a fight before that, Ash.
Okay, Lord slams in again. Fluid Phoenix connected as well. Minnow and Fury comes another way, but the follow-up is not so high. Once again, Coconut Water trailing down the Dino there. The trying to stab it, but now that was like he goes, he knows he might get traded down. So definitely, he will not take that risk at this point. Okay, structure falling down. Inhibitor starting up, and we're gonna see that Nexus Crystal, whatever you say, it's open for wide open for Team Mavericks.
The thing, like, I think for Blood Serpent, or let's say for the side of Team Mavericks, I think the Lord could have been utilized out pretty much better than, because they should have been able to get at least one or more inhibitor onto there. But looking at the high, looking the engagement coming up from them, the Fatal Links came up actually, but the Minnow and Fury was used out defensive, and they were able to get the kill onto Fly. But look at this, the torn apart memory, man. Able to get Zoe this time, and even the hat from the Harley was not able to there, and it was on almost a wipeout. But still, somewhere around, Blood Serpent were still able to defend it out and at least hold it, at least for now. But I think the third Lord, if Team Blood Serpent are somehow able to take it, then the scenario of the game could actually be on the side, because it's almost late, and I think like the goal lead is not going to be very much of a big problem. There's the engage.
Turns welcome first. Going for the pin out of the wall, and now he goes back to the safer side. But now the trap down coming in. Minnow and Fury comes to the way as well. Look at the burst from the instant range from the Zetian, affecting the whole Team Maverick and forcing them to retaliate back. Zoe going for a position there so that we can catch at least Mr. Consistent into a hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Team Mavericks, I think it's better to actually just not take out the fight, at least for now, and try to get out a neutral that is going to the third Lord, because this is going to most probably going to be the more HP Lord compared to the previous two of the ones. So defending for the side of Team Blood Serpent much harder on this. But if Zoe actually comes up with a clutch, then that is going to be a different thing. Paquito is all alone. He's fighting all alone. Immortality gets popped up.
He got trapped down again. Few the Phoenix is coming for the help. Mr. Consistent goes down there. Zap out of the way. Flicker for Fuego. Mr. Fuego running away. Finds his way back at an inch of health again. The same case happened for Maverick. They don't have their retry holder, but what's just happening on the broad side? Coconut Water trying to go for a sneaky split push. Okay, he might get caught down there. Lord is on the same way. Holly's hat, but that deadly magic caught G-Razy for now. Trying to shut it down there as well. Coconut Water trying to stay away from the proper gang. He's trying to give some little bit of poke damage onto the members of Blood Serpent. Might gonna go for a fight here. Lord getting contested, getting danced. Hint of health for ZV, goes back in the safer side. Fear the Phoenix comes on the way as well. Blizzard Braid, the retreat holder goes down again. They can't make it away for them. Double for Coconut Water. Zap comes in, Flicker. And the immortality goes out. He's trying to go for it. Battle links, but no, he's not going to survive. Brody chasing down ZV. Lord secured into the hand of Mr. Consistent. And now Brody in a very bad position. Coconut Water getting a double. One more, but look at the rhythm. Oh my goodness, what a play coming in there. He goes down, doesn't matter. He tried to take down the Paquito. And now the minions are synced. G-Razy is on, and you need at least 13 seconds for the Resurrection Lord marching in, Ritami. It might be the final push.
Could be it, but the Badass will be back onto the scene as well. Neon Fury comes up, but he will be able to defend it out. Fury of the Phoenix as well comes down to the follow-up, but that might be just it. The minions marching onto the mid-side. The crystal is wide open. They are trying their best in order to defend it out. Might just be able to do so. Fly just goes back, but the members from the side of Team Blood Serpents are back right on time. The Lord will be defended, and two of the members from the side of Team Mavericks not being available. It is looking out pretty much dicey for their side, but the crystal is still open. But I believe they will be able to defend it out once again, regardless of the fact they did lose out all of the inhibitor towers. The defense is still there, and I think this played a very big role on Coconut Water with the torn apart memory. Uses the Winter Crown and able to survive, and he was at least able to buy some time. So that's coming up for a clutch for the side of Team Mavericks, at least because they were not able to end it out, but at least they got the Paquito down. So that is pretty much it. But I believe like if Blood Serpent somehow get even one of the lords, the tables could definitely just turn around at this point.
But you know what, Tommy? I believe Team Mavericks could have delayed the Lord.
Yeah.
They could have did not went in for the push. Could have waited there, but no, they literally went in for that push and managed to lose out some bodies. And then you see that Lord totally got wasted down from their side. Third Lord, I was hoping for the final push in the second Lord itself, but no. It was going for a fourth Lord now. And if there is somehow Blood Serpent gets a Lord, things will get changed instantly. I'm telling you.
I agree, and this time this is definitely the evolved Lord because it's already past 18 minutes. This thing, Coconut Water once again used the Winter Crown as well as a flicker to go back, but he was able to do so. Falls down just like that.
I can't believe it. Coconut Water goes down there. Zap comes into the way. Slither of HP. And once again, the immortality goes off. Fly goes down. Reza will be the reconciliation now. But Deadly Magic into G-Razy and double for the monk. The heck yeah. Zoe goes down. Doesn't matter. They're going to finish it up. Consistent goes back. He does have the immortality on. They're trying to go on Consistent. Immortality popped up as well. 2-on-1. Mr. Consistent dancing around. Goes back on the safer side. Trying to channel the minions into the crystal. They need to recall back at this moment. It's just Mr. Consistent and Fuego onto the run. But now Zap comes in. Mr. Consistent, they recall back. Nobody gonna go for the Lord, but still, slowly but surely, Blood Serpent is giving us the hope for a comeback from their side.
For me, one of the strangest things is going to be this patch as because regardless of the fact the Blood Serpents were not onto the lead, this time they have the goal lead. They don't have enough kills, but the pace of the game completely changed out once Team Blood Serpents were able to win out onto the fights, and it's definitely just showing up. They were able to buy some time once again, and like we already said it out, if they actually get the Lord, it's going to be very much tough for the side of Team Mavericks. But there is the burst as well as the engage.
There is the burst as well as the engage, and we're gonna see that for Reza, someone who is having the damage right now and does have the passive, but if you are marking him down every time, I believe Minotaur is not getting that first follow-up he should get from the very beginning, and that's because of Reza going in for the Zatian. As you mentioned about the more kind of pick-off heroes for Team Mavericks, they do have that, you can say that mobility into their way, they could have tried something like Lunox or a Parsa kind of thing rather than going for a Zatian. Like Parsa could have given you the same zone, just like the Zatian is giving, as well as you will be fine with a Purify as well as Wings by Wings, or maybe a Flicker and a Wings by Wings. But Zatian passive is too long. Wings by Wings cooldown is lesser than the passive of Zatian. Oh, Zap.
Look at the Brody, look at the Brody.
Look at the Brody,
going
of
back.
course, going in for that split push. It's a backdoor. Reza recalling back.
Oh, no.
Locked out to the base. Reza the one coming in there, but no! He's trying to push him out, but he will end it. This will be the backdoor from Team Mavericks to get on the mark of victory in the game number 1. I don't know why Reza recalled. It should have been the whole team, or at least the Holly.
Oh my god. That was quite of a turn of events, and yeah, I mean, Team Mavericks were the one who had the lead, but the fact that this was a backdoor, and Fury of the Phoenix was also coming up, but the flicker was, perfectly on point, and even the Zetian's passive was baited out. The Brody just locked onto the base, and it was a seal deal for the side of Team Mavericks, able to get the game finally. And I think like Team Blood Serpent, they had a very rough early start, and if they were able to actually win out more onto the early, maybe the matchup was honestly it was very much equal, and there were signs of life coming up from the side of Team Blood Serpents as well, but it was mostly the Paquito, so other members also need to pull up onto the dash.
I'm telling you, this is a very fun thing to say, but look at it. The Brody has a range. I mean, immense amount of range. And the Satian did not try to push the minions, but did try to push the Brody. I mean, even if you push the Brody, he will shot it out onto the base. You need to clear the minions, or you need to push the minions. Paquito could have done that pushing minions thing, or instantly bursting out the Brody would have been the second option, and the main third option was to clear down the minions. These are the three options. You cannot push the Brody out. If you're pushing the Brody out, the Brody gonna shut it down easily, because he does have the big range there. But it's fine, it's okay. Just game number 1. They try their best. They take it forward to the 4th Lord. So I believe, apart from falling down, if you remember, the score was 17-4.
Yeah.
They took it from 17-4 towards the 4th Lord. So yeah, they did try their best. And I believe game number 2 will bring something else here into the table. And I think they should refer something else rather than going for the Dino.
I agree, and the fact that Nom Nom was not game was very much going out for the advantage for the side of Team Mavericks. The Esme was able to get quite on because of that. So regardless of everything, I think the draft was pretty much balanced from the side of Blood Serpent as well. It was onto the execution, and the fact that the Paquito was still able to match up against the Brody, regardless of the fact the Brody has the range, was kind of commendable, to be honest. So I think if Blood Serpent actually comes up as well as follows up with their mistakes, they might actually just be able to pull up a reverse sweep as well. But this time Team Mavericks has the first lead, and they will be aiming for getting that match point as soon as possible. They wouldn't actually want the game number 3, and it was very much exhausting for them, even onto the game number 1, regardless of how much lead they had previously. And the bans have already started. It's looking pretty much similar compared to the first game as well. Nothing fancy, or let's say nothing off meta ban coming up from either of the sides, and it should be pretty much similar. The Paquito could be banned out, and if it is not, then definitely one of the teams will just go for it.
No, if not the Paquito, then the Hirara, I think, from Maverick. They know they won't gonna give that Hirara towards the side of Blood Serpent, as Hirara is in the meta. You need the snowball, and if they get the snowball, they can easily track them down. Like you remember the fight, Immortality popping out.
Even
If
the
the Hirara would have
first
been
bloom
taken down at that moment,
Feels
they could have gone for the Lord directly. As you mentioned about the lane pressure thing, that's what ended the whole game. No inhibitors, the base was wide open, and the Brody was trying to go for a sneaky push. He was doing it from the very beginning of the game. He tried to take down those tiers, 3rd, 2nd, and then the inhibitor as well, and then in the end, it managed to take down the whole base. First
Yeah,
pick
absolutely.
brought a big
Oh.
Mavericks picked up from Blood Serpent again. Not again. This time they traded it. They traded it. Team Mavericks traded that class towards the Blood Serpent. And they don't have a Kaja, so Fuego, what's he gonna use here? Marcel not open. Kaja is banned. Belleric. I was hoping for the Belleric, but you know what? G-Razy can play the Belleric. So yeah.
You know, like I already said out on, if you pick out the Atlas as the first pick, and if the Valentina is not banned out, there is a coming response because it completely copies the fatal links and it will be, you know, backfiring onto you. So I believe if you are picking out the Atlas before and you have, then just ban out the Valentina, don't just give it to them. It's going to be backfiring onto your side and you will not be which guy is actually using the fatal links, whether it is your team opponent. So Blood Serpent this time follows up with a Lunox as well as from a Nolan. So insane burst is already there, and if the fatal links actually does connect, they can just use the burst onto their advantage. But a Tigreal, okay, an EXP Belleric, guys.
I told you. G-Razy can play Belleric in the EXP, so that's why I was not hoping this Belleric is coming into the roam. But now, Moscow been in the ban from Team Mavericks, as well as Blood Serpent might gonna ban out this Claude or a carry kind of thing. If not the carry, they can actually go for the carry. Why should ban the carry? They can opt it for their side, as they do have a Lunox, so yeah, carry gonna work so well. But if they had this Lunox card, I don't know why they went in for a Zatian in the last game. Because this game kind of favors the Zatian more. Look at it, like the Tigreal is there, or maybe the thing they went for the Lunox is because of Valentina. Because Valentina is going to copy the ultimate. So Fear the Phoenix is way better than Lunox Brilliance. Yeah, that might be the reason they did not go for something which can make a combo or a combination with Atlas Fatal Links, a range kind of mage. It goes in for the burst.
Yeah, absolutely, and they decided to ban out the Vices as well as the Hanzo once again. It's looking pretty much similar.
Chivalry is dead.
First game, because on the second banning phase, these two junglers were the ones who went onto the ban prior, and Mavericks will. I think like they didn't had enough burst. They decided to go out with a Clint, and Clint can provide out the burst. And the fact that Team Blood Serpent has kind of squishies, because Atlas is also not as compared to other roamers like a Bell Rock. So he's very much squishy right from the start. But speaking of squishy, I think they heard me because they decided to go out with, what do you call it, a flying fountain or whatever that is going to be. But okay, very interesting. Is that a Jawhead gold lane or a Jawhead EXP or a Uranus gold lane, or should be the Jawhead gold lane because he gives out the damage, right?
Maybe Lunox gold lane, Jawhead mid. This is what I really see these things in rank. Fanny into the jungle. Nobody is there to check the Fanny at this moment. Uranus can't do that. Jawhead, okay, he can throw you out, but the Fanny is kind of a real fatal thing for the Serpent Blood Serpent into this game. Here we are, game number 2, match point for Team Mavericks. It's a do-or-die game for Blood Serpent. If they win, they will take forward everybody to a third game decider in this game, match number 2 at Algambo Esports MOBA Warmup Class Series. And guys, if you want to register your team for MOBA Warmup Class Series from Algambo Esports, then every day we open the registration link in our WhatsApp community channel. You have to follow us in our WhatsApp, or you have to join our group in the WhatsApp. The link is open there in the YouTube description. You can also join the Discord server. You can also follow us in our Instagram handle. And I think if you are already done all these things, then you should find a team and goes in for the Clash series. First blood secure, Itami. And not only the first blood, but might be gonna go for a double here before the turtle. Team Mavericks. Yep.
They just fall off, and Mavericks are able to get the first blood already, and they have the match point for their side, favorable for the side. So giving a first blood to a Fanny is, it's like giving it's like bringing a gun onto a SWAT fight kind of a thing. But it's okay. They can still come up onto this. So Blood Serpent, I believe onto them as well. This is a jaw hit gold lane. That's the very interesting as well as the highlight part, and the fact that he did so well with the Paquito previously. I do have some expectations onto him as well, but the turtle will be spawning up anytime soon, and they might be trying to dive onto the Clint. User just goes back right on time, but he's very low onto the HP.
And this is surprisingly so well for Team Mavericks that Fuego is their new roamer, and he is kind of having more synergy, just like Cursol. So yeah, they're doing great with this new roamer. They did well last night. Right now also they're fighting so well, but into the turtle, I don't feel there is a chance for the Fanny to come in, but it does have the steel cables to mark it down. But beautiful Wrath of Dryad comes in with a G-Razy slamming onto the Nolan. Turtle secured for Mr. Consistent. Slain onto G-Razy doesn't matter. They get the mutual objective. They get 2 kills from the board. It is 2 for 1 with a macro and a micro secured from Team Maverick during the turtle execution.
Yeah, and the fact that Team Blood Serpent actually has that invade kind of a draft but not able to capitalize it is going to be very, very much backfiring onto them. But there was the engage as well as the turtle going up for, the Wrath of the Right was actually onto the point from the back, and thanks to that the Nolan was taken down and Mr. Consistent was able to secure the distribution. Kudos onto him. Oh no, that was quite a fell off. The Uranus goes down, and Mr. Consistent did had enough energy just to escape.
Thing is not the escape, but not the energy, but the turtle. You can see the turtle sealed. Quite helped the Fanny to go back into the safer side. And I'm happy that Mr. Consistent first take the blue buff and then went for the turtle, because somehow without the blue buff, you kind of don't have that energy to contest the turtle. So definitely, that's the reason he was waiting for it. And at the same moment, G-Razy, he literally gives a beautiful follow-up with that Wrath of Dryad. And this is the AoE I'm talking about, which is getting lagged from Blood Serpent side, because they do have just this Lunox for their way. That class, he does have the crowd control, but not enough to get follow-up from his team.
And the fact that Team Mavericks are still leading when it comes out onto the gold as well as on neutrals, at least for now. There might be the engage onto the jaw, onto the Clint, uses the petrify. He's not able to do it quite well. There's the backfire coming up from the side of Team Mavericks, able to get a kill, and Blood Serpent are able to do it as well. But once again, Coconut Water very low onto the HP, able to get a triple just like that.
It's like everything was coming to his plate. He don't have to do any exercise for it. First the jaw head, then that last, and in the end it was the Lunox with the brilliance. So definitely, everything was there on the plate. G-Razy coming in again for the taunt, but this time the retribution onto the mark. And Nolan gonna get the turtle back into his hand, but look at it. Fanny looking forward for a team fight with his team. At last coming in for the zone. Fuego Boy also trying to zone it out. ZB back on to the safer track.
Uranus gets terrified.
And that will be the cutthroat coming in. Still cable used, but no casualties being acquired from the side of Team Blood Serpent at this moment. Rick calling back into the safer zone. G-Razy needs to get back into his EXP lane. Uranus already reached it out.
I think like Team Blood Serpent, they are kind of lacking when it comes out onto the range. There might be the engage from the Atlas. The Fly was able to copy out the Fatal Links, hasn't used it out yet, but Team Mavericks still has the advantage. And like I already said it out, the goal leader is not that much massive, but the fact that Team Blood Serpent, they're very much lacking when it comes out onto the range. It's mostly the close calls coming up. Fanny comes up onto the backup. Mr. Consistent is able to clear out the lanes and able to secure, at least protect the tower at least for now.
Okay. Now, trying to go for that invasion, but it's not a good idea because you are right now in a deficit. Fanny used the soup cable to goes back in the safer side. We get the blue buff first. Explosion, Wrath of Dryad. Lunox couldn't manage to survive. Oh, fracture. fracture, but doesn't have that much damage to maintain the casualty sector. Battlings connected, goes back with the help of Prison Brave, but Flicker, coconut water! My goodness, this guy, give him a Brody, he will shut you down. Give him a Clint, he will shut you down. This guy is so good, but on the top side, that will be a structure securance coming in with invasion, but not a particular one. Nolan gonna get the red buff into his hand though, and gonna go for a tier 2 excavation. Jawhead, coconut water, he missed it out onto this lane, but he grabbed some kills for his team.
He's able to do so at least for now, but once again the turtle will be contested and it will be taken from Blood Serpent very fast. Actually, was no signs of contention this time. It might be at least giving them out some gold, but the fact that Team Mavericks are able to capitalize more when it comes out from price is one of the main things. And I think Fuego needs to do out quite better with the implosion. Please, there's the engage.
There's the engage. First the Valentina. Fly goes down. G-Razy took down the redemption onto the Nolan. But Slane happened onto the Tigreal. Another redemption instantly coming in. Inch of Feld and Mr. Consistent gonna take down ZV. 1v1 situation turned out to be 2v1. Look at the damage with the burst coming in. Jawhead goes in for the rush. But he will take down G-Razy there. It was a battle of equality. An equalizer meant in there. 3 for 3 the score, 3 for 3 the trade.
And just like that, Blood Serpent still has some chance onto here. And the fact that, it's not completely an, it's not completely an equal of trade. Instead, it is coming up competitive from both of the sides is one of the main highlights onto here. And looking at it, the Giant was able to make the follow-up, able to do the Petrify combo and able to land it up on. So it does peak out levels. Uranus will just be able to go back and he will be able to sustain it out just like that. Mr. Consistent will be taken down thanks to the lethal ignition.
Top lane structure 1 secured. Team Mavericks trying to go for the map expansion by taking down all the zone 1 tiers. And now suddenly you see that the lane pressure things again coming in from Team Maverick. They know how to do it. Look at the bunch of minions surrounding tier 2. They will secure the tier 2 as well, my goodness. 2 on the same front.
For Team Blood Serpent, I think they need to shut down Coconut Water as soon as possible. He has the highest lead, he has the kill count as well, and he has the damage. So you will be trying to mark out the marksman at least more as of far.
Did he opt Sky Piercer? Let's see the item section.
I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't has it yet, but I think he will be acquiring the Sky Piercer.
Yeah, he's going for it. The glove is on.
Yeah, gloves is there.
The hammer is there as well.
I think he will be going out for the Hunter Strike or maybe the Malefic Gun in order to get more range.
Maybe the Malefic Gun.
Yeah, but there might be the trees, but nah. I think he will, at some point, he will be needing the Sea Halberd as well. That Mr. Consistent was taken down right when they started to contest out the Lord.
This will give a relief of breeze.
Look at the top end as well.
Yeah, he's going in for the split push. Rod secured there. That's a quite good thing for the setup Team Blood Serpent. Taking down the structure 2 and then taking down the Lord at the same moment. But you're chasing him down while your mid-tier is exposed. You managed to take him down, but at the cost of what? Mid-tier 1?
That's a gold lane. I do agree, like taking him down is going to be very crucial because he might be one of the damage dealer, but for the trade of the tower, which will be giving them out a lot of vision, is one of the main highlights onto here. And looking at the tower advantage, it's the same right now, and regardless of the fact Team Blood Serpent didn't had the kill count lead, they were able to get the first slot. So the highlight is definitely there, and Team Mavericks, when it comes out onto the engage, they need to pull it up this time.
Okay, a little bit of poke coming out from the Belleric, and we're gonna see that at last ultimate being picked out from Fly. He's gonna go for the Fatalings, and look at it, Implosion, Fatalings, Wrath of Dryad. 3 proper crowd control kind of thing. If they set it out in a proper way, it will be my goodness. Once again, Rusden for the Fanny. Mr. Consistent goes down there. And now they do have a chance to pick more and more in the hunt. Lord, it got defended down, but at the cost of the inhibitor. They open up the map. Team Maverick, who does have a lead in the game, is right now sulking around. They do have a lead in the scoreboard, but the map is getting open after that Lord Securance and the Jawhead marking down Mr. Consistent each and every team fight.
Yeah, and looking at the highlights, the Jawhead completely went in and able to get the kill onto Mr. Man, he's kind of struggling when it comes out onto the 1v1 against Jawhead, especially if the Jawhead has the Petrified for his side. So I think when it comes out onto the team fights, Mavericks will be the one who will be able to extend it out as well as get the kill count because of the as well as the damage they have. But 1v1 kind of scenario, it's favoring Blood Serpent more. So they need to work onto it, and I think follow-ups on Fanny should be coming up, especially not onto the 1v1 kind of a actually onto the team fight. So this Lord is going to be very much important for their side, and they should take it in order to have some chance onto the, because the top lane is completely wide open.
Literally,
Look at that. Yeah, he gets to see Halberd.
Mangta Hai Kya gave me a new hero for the goal lane because Joy is working so well, I'm telling you, because look at it, the whole goal lane is exposed there. He's been good, doing great against the carry. I mean, the high jungler who is carrying the game. He's been doing so well with the ejector and the unstoppable force play. Let's see, guys, what will be happening. Second Lord awakening in the land of dawn. And now if Team Mavericks will not answer it back, they might be in problem.
They need to contest, man. They have to actually. There's the implosion though.
Implosion with the steel cable connected battle links as well, but now the fracture comes in. G-Razy goes down there. It will be a double for Zoe onto Mr. Consistent. Now again, they don't have the holder. It was just happening on the top side. Mangta Hai Kya going in for a little bit of poke there. Comes back, but now the Lord, you can't contest it. You don't have your retribution holder.
We don't have it as well. Once again, the Lord goes down, and this time Blood Serpent will be able to just melt down the Lord at this point. This defense is going to be very much tougher compared to the previous one because more towers are exposed, and the fact that Blood Serpent are the ones who are leading very, very, questionable for the side of Team Mavericks, because the Fanny, Mr. Consistent, was not able to work out like he was supposed to do onto this game thanks to the Jawhead. So will they actually be able to defend it out is one of the questions. The Atlas can actually use out the fatal links, but the Valentina has it as well. It all depends upon the defense coming up.
But for now, Team Mavericks, they are kind of getting cornered from Team Blood Serpent. Might gonna see a comeback from them, but we need to see a proper setups. Lord gets defended down. G-Razy falls down before he can cast out the Wrath of Ryan. Patrick seductive godlike for Coconut Water. Slain on to Fly, slain on to Mr. Consistent as well, and a double for Mangta Hai Kya. And just one member surviving, and this is Coconut Water. Hefty amounts of minions coming in from top bot lane as well. This might be the end. Ejector play. GB throws out it away, and now that's with the fracture and the crystal pop out. We will be heading forward. Third game in this match number 2 at Algambo Esports. The Heaven's Call is real.
Absolutely. And Team Mavericks were not able to seal off the deal, regardless of the fact that they have a really great early game. It was Team Blood Serpent this time with a very great response. And man, like the Nolan was also dishing out a lot of damage as well as burst, but the Uranus will be the one taking the MVP, and the Jawhead Gold was completely out of syllabus for us as well. Ash, are you there? I think Ash is having some issues from his side. Okay.
I'm actually having a little bit of network issue. But yeah, what a play, I'll say. I mean, MVP for the Uranus, but we know who is the real MVP. Every time marking down Mr. Consistent in any of the team fight, who is the main carry for the side of Team Mavericks, Scrim managed to make themselves back into the game, and that's why the effectiveness of the Fanny faded out. So did the Clint thing as well. Well played, Team Blood Serpent. You managed to take the game forward for a game number 3, and as it is Bengal server game, both the games are in the Bengal server, so it will not be affecting the server thing, but at least it will affect the draft thing. Because look at it, nobody have in their mind that a jawhead will get pull up. I'll never think for a jawhead in the goal lane, at least. I mean, Rome I could consider it, but goal lane I don't think so.
Yeah, even on the jungle as well as on the PHP, I think like it could be possible sometimes, but gold lane is complete. Like I've already said it out, it's like almost out of syllabus at this. And the fact that Team Mavericks had the early game advantage as well as were not able to keep up with, and Team Blood Serpents were the one who were completely focused on to getting the objectives, that was the burst down onto the dirt as well as getting the towers as much as possible, and the Jawhead was able to do it.
Definitely.
On to the third, I think like Ash, there might be another surprise pick coming up from one of the sides.
At least from Monk the Heck, yeah. For the Poquito, what Jawhead, what else is there in the pocket? Is it an edit? I hope for an edit. I hope for a Masha as well. These are the things we do see in the ranked games. Team Mavericks must be thinking about it, but here we are. Game number 3, guys. Quick into the draft. And you can see that 1-1 the score right now. Team Mavericks, what will they go for? This is the question, and the first man is about to come in. Valeric? No.
Different perspectives expose the same truth.
I believe the Eudora ban means that they might be pulling up another assassin onto.
I think it's a link.
Yeah, could be a Ling. Could be a Ling, could be a Herrera if she, and could be something else. But I don't think this time Mr. Consistent will be risking it out with your purple is getting invaded as well as taken down. You will not be able to do as much as you were supposed to do on those team fights. So that is going to be one of the main things. And Team Mavericks and Blood Serpent will be also completing drafts. They ban out the Uranus. That is a massive respect, to be honest.
Definitely. You give that kind of respect towards Team Mavericks. I mean, Team Blood Serpent, last time the units did work so well for them. Hanzo into the ban list as well. But Blood Serpent was the one who was banning the Hanzo from the last 2 games. This time it was Team Mavericks. They don't know what can come up. But the goal lane is still unaware of. Because Monk Tahe can go for anything he wants. At last into the ban list. Valeric again? Or are you gonna try the Kaja this time? The Kaja is open though. Kaja Aurora combination with Ami. Wait for it.
I think there's another combination that could actually work out really. Kaja as well, if it actually allows them.
I am the power
I have seen some
of light
combinations coming up,
incarnate.
getting picked up from the side of Team Mavericks. Kaja Aurora is also very much possible. And once the Kaja uses the Divine Judgment, she can just follow up with a physical issue. And Mangta Hekia looks like he will be getting the hands onto the Paquito.
Yeah. The Paquito and the Valeric, both of them will be into the hand of Blood Serpent. Team Mavericks, now they can go for the Aurora Kaja thing, Blizzard Glacier and the Divine Binding. As the Judgment converted into a Binding, now you can pull off more than one into your bucket. And then you can push them out with a beautiful stun of Blizzard Glacier with a follow-up or a finishing job from the Assassin kind of a Ling. So definitely, why don't you go for a Ling and not the Ling for now. You can try the Ling in the last pick though. But okay, Melissa was open this time. Mr. Coconut Washer not going to waste the time. Flag and go for a Selena?
Wow. I actually like the Selena pick, but against I mean with a Kaja, that's the thing. Like you could be using the Abyssal Arrows as well as you can be making the engages, but with the Kaja I think something else could have been combined out really better, but it depends upon them and it depends upon how well their team composition is able to work. So I think we shouldn't be the one judging that
Sir,
much. And
your command?
Valentina once again goes out for this Blood Serpent.
Bro, I was not hoping for the
No.
Valentina. I was really seeking forward to see Kadita.
I might not be a lighted man, but I do know my traits.
Kadita
could have
against
instantly burst down the Selena. It could have taken down the Melissa as well if he, hides properly with a hunting instinct kind of thing.
I agree. And
Night
they
sky tells
Team
all.
Blood Serpent ban out the Fanny this time, and Bharat's as well as the Harley will also be the follow-up. Both teams yet to pick out the jungler, so that is going to be one of the main things here. Paquito is still a flex, can be used onto the gold
This
as well as
land
onto
is
the
our
jungle.
homeland,
So
and it will
we have to
soon be
wait
a
it out
burial
onto here,
ground.
but pretty much clear from here. Maybe Mangta Hai Kya once again goes out with and Team Mavericks, Blood Serpent onto the last 2 games, they haven't picked out any marksman gold, and it was the fighter gold both of the times. Paquito was really going quite many, not able to win, but the Jawhead gold was the highlight onto this game. So highly possible they might just score with Paquito gold once again, and Team Mavericks still have the jungle as well as the EXP lane out. So what could it be? Hirara is not available.
My mission
There is the Aurora,
to
like you said,
protect lives.
will be combined, but okay. Hylos jungle it is.
You know what it means. No.
Oh, no, it's a Selena jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Selena jungle. My bad.
I don't know how to feature it down. Asuya should have been here. She loves to play Selena jungle, so she should have been here. But it's fine. I don't want to decode it down there, but Selena jungle in this era is not working well. You need massive amount of snowball to get that damage on. I can adjust with a Natalia. I can adjust with not adjusting, but I can favor a Saber. I can adjust with a Natalia, but I cannot, love this Selena into the retribution.
Yeah, in this economy,
Draft-wise, I think Blood Serpent won the game. Now it's all on the execution part.
I actually would like to say one of the dialogues, or let's say one of the catchphrases we have recent. Selena jungle in this economy, or let's say in the big 2026, because this is one of the heroes that was played onto the jungle back onto the lockdown day. So if Mr. Consistent is actually able to pull up a Selena jungle win, that would be quite of a statement for him as well as for the side of his team. So this is going to be the final game onto this best of 3 series, and this is going to be the second match, third game between Team Mavericks going up against the odds of Team Blood Serpent. So already onto the land of
Where are the roamers, bro? Why they're not coming in for the invade? This is a Selena jungle. You can invade it. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Abishalaro connected. You can see the split cam G Razy onto that high loss, the Horsey EXP. High loss EXP. The last time I saw it, it was Pokipine in 2024. After that, he was playing in IGN that time, bro. Like it changed into Mirio now, and IGN doesn't exist now as well. Even Corey could even tried on IGN. So we lost of a time, but invasion happened there in Chofel. Bellery goes back with that one hit. That one nicey hit, tiny hit. It totally make it clear for the Belleric, and 1-for-1 the score, guys. And Selena doesn't have the blue. Look at it.
and the fact that they invaded it out. I think they actually heard you. Where you were saying that where are the
Of course, like when you see this kind of hero, I'll really tell my roamer, go for the invade, bro. I'm with you.
Oh, did you just catch up onto that? Mangta Hai Kya was able to blast it tower as well. He will be trying to get the level 4 as soon as possible. So he already has quite of a lead, provides the rotation, and he will be able to secure most probably the neutral objective.
I don't think. I mean, there is no debate that the Selena is coming for a contest with this turtle. 1-for-1 the score. Turtle in the hand of Team Blood Serpent. Now they're trying to go for the invasion onto the red buff. Look at it. Kaja and the Co needs to stay here. And you know what else you can do? When they are staying here, try to torment the Melissa.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, try to at least make sure that the Melissa is not getting enough gold to get her Trinity as well. So that would be one of the things for their side as well. And everything. That was the flicker from ZV, but I think the lethal. No, that was the last hit.
Look, that
Yeah,
one hit going
that
in.
was last hit. It was flying slowly, but there we
It's
go.
going like, bro, I'm following you. You can't
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Oh wow, goodness, the abyssal arrow. This is the thing with the Selena. You need a proper snowballing, and now you lost one blue buff. You're onto the verge, but look at the damage coming in. They're going for a zap here onto the Selena. Goes back on the safer side, but using the abyssal thing. But oh my goodness, 2v1. That's the sandwich we're looking forward. Valeric goes down again, but the trade was on a goal laner, so Blood Serpent are still winning the trade.
Absolutely, and I think you caught up onto that or not. Selena's first item prio is the Sky Pierce. He's quite confident about the fact that he will be acquiring, and hopefully, if he's able to do so, then of course the Sky Piercer is going to be quite well. He was getting from the hands of the Capito. I think they have done the swapping, or let's say they haven't actually focused more onto the golden fight. Once again, Kaz are not able to land up that divine judgment like he. But the second turn will be come.
This is what they're gonna go for it. Like Valeric trying to give some, hindrance onto the Selena's jungling, and at the same moment you are going to try to shut down coconut water as much as you can. Once again, easy turtle for the side of Team Blood Serpent. I don't know, it's a misclick from Consistent or what. They're trying to go for something new because it's a scrim, but it is totally not expected from Team Mavericks. Divine Binding used at the point. Please the Glacier as well. The combination works so well. ZV goes down. That's with the Soul Saver coming in. But look at Mr. Consistent double out of the trade. My goodness. He is marking down two of the member. Ebishalaro once again down there. The bravest fighter is still on. You're gonna go in there. Mega for Mr. Consistent. He's proving us wrong. And I'm the one very much happy with it. Selena Jungle. Let's go. Asuya rocks.
I actually would like to look at his stacks as well. I think it should be around 20 or 30. It should be that. And yeah, it is 30 actually. So he will be able to acquire more kills onto the Monk the heck yeah! Just go back. Wrath of Drides doesn't connect. Full use of the resources from both sides. Once again, the fight as well as the sun connects. So it's looking pretty much clear why he decided to go out with Arena, but there is a no. Uses the glorious pathway, just goes back right on time.
Easy goes back on the safer side using the glorious pathway, and now Coconut Water is playing safe on the bot side, trying to take down the connector, going in for the fight. The stacks is on just one stack, so the damage will not be higher onto that Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu does have the sustain, so yeah, you can't take it down solo as a Selena.
I agree, and this time as well, the turtle yet to be spawning on next 20 seconds, so they have to wait it out at least for now. And it does look like the fact that the Selena, oh, look at this, look at the freeze coming up from the Aurora. Like, as soon as the Abyssal arrow comes, there is a proper backup. Mavericks can really play it out very aggressive right from there, but the turtle has been spawned. So which team will be able to get it? That is going to be very crucial onto this, because the lead is pretty much equal, and it will be very advantageous. Whoever gets it, glorious pathway.
Poke first, and then the glorious pathway to slow down the path of Razy. Razy goes down first. Blizzard Glacier with the divine binding use, but now Zui goes in there for a kill, and that might be a double coming in. Razy had a very less of health. But look at it. That was an initial amount of damage onto the Lapu Lapu. Goes back in the safer side. Again, third total. Will it be a contest? No. Oh, wow. G-Razy, the zap.
Is able to get the kill as well. So, G-Razy, as well as the Paquito just falling off. I think like the Melissa, regardless of the fact that the Melissa is pecked out, I think like the marksman right now is just busy clearing out lanes, and the Paquito is completely rotating right onto the side as well as helping his team to get the neutral. But unless and until to keep up with the farm, I think it is going to be very much at least onto the late game. So they should be able to do it at least then. And there will be the engage. Oh, divine binding.
2 out of the way. Slow down happen as well. From the behind, just shut down. Monk the heck down there. Paquito goes down as well. Slither of HP. Blizzard Glacier used as well. Slain onto the Bellaric. And now Riza goes down as well. 3 onto the row. And they're going to go for a 4. Trying to convert it onto a 4. Shutdown happened there, but make it a 4. Look at it. Lapu Lapu. Oh my goodness. The damage though. Soul Saber. As well as the Evil Quiller. It just picked it out. Ooh. Double kill for beautiful on the way. 3 for 4. The trade is quite good from the setup team. Blood Serpent, I'll say, because even though they lost 4 members, they recuperated it with 3. And now the scoreboard is higher for Team Mavericks, but again, the structure security is so high. Abyssal Arrow, Abyssal Trap, Retribution, 1v1, Evil Quiller with a 40 stack, Sui. I get this! This was not expected! I was not expecting this! I mean, how? we need a highlight for this. Lapu Lapu, shredded down by Coconut Watcher, and now he goes back by taking down the Hylas ultimate. Glory Spark it doesn't work so well. I mean, you should take the Divine Binding, please. That was that Abyssal Trap, bro. Let's see.
Look at this. Yeah. The 1v1. We thought it was over. We thought Zoe got the last laugh, but that's a Selena which had the Abyssal Trap right there and had the Sky Piercer.
Bro was not expecting this. Like, bro thought everything is simple, and suddenly, oh my god, another trap?
It was like, you know, Sasuke was the one who got under the at this point. But anyways.
It was like the for taking down Sasuke. Okay, the fight goes in there. A beautiful AoE effect coming out from Blood Serpent. Crowd control as well. Taking down G-Razy there. And now they're going to go for the Lord. We're going to see Mr. Consistent going for a contest onto the Lord, or he will just leave it just like that turtle. Abyssal Arrow connected onto the Lord. They managed to take it down with the Retribution. He's trying to go for it, but no! 50-50 smite win from Blood Serpent.
Yep, and the fact that the towers are almost, it's not equal actually. It's Team Blood Serpent who has more towers inside. They might be able to get the 4th as well, and the Suyo Zoe will be able to at least one. And I think the Lord will be playing quite a crucial role when taking out more towers for their marching from the bot, and it should be very much advantageous properly, Ash.
Definitely. And now Team Blood Serpent, they're kind of having that map zoning, you can say, because all the tiers on the bot has been taken down onto the top side. Hefty amounts of minions are coming in. They're going to secure the structure too as well. Slowly but surely they're opening up the map. Blizzard Glacier, Divine Binding used as well. Evil Quiller coming into the way, slow down. Glorious pathway, Lapu Lapu goes down first. Clicks free onto Reza, slain onto Zivi. 3 goes down. Only Paquito and Suyu are the survivors. They need to retaliate back. Nice defense onto the Lord, and nice secure runs onto the kills for Team Mavericks.
Absolutely, and this time they will be able to buy time. But as looking at the scoreboard, if it was like 1 or 2 years ago, I would have said Team Mavericks would be the one who has the higher winning deficit. But the patch as well as the game has evolved so much that regardless of the fact you don't have the kill count, you went onto the neutral as well as when. Oh, Divine! No! There's the engage.
Blizzard Glacier, Divine Judgment, Consistent goes in, finds Ray on the way, and that will be as well. trapping down the Lapu Lapu. Double for Mr. Consistence. Once again, the same 3 trades for the side of Team Mavericks, and now they're chasing down Mangtahya from behind. Evil Quiller, he's trying to zone it out there, but not so much. Tier 2 in danger. It will get taken down from Team Mavericks. Yep.
They should be able to get
Final rush as well. Yep, they're going in for the final rush. Paquito needs to recall back. Divine Judgment. Both Saber used as well, but now look at the damage coming out from Coconut Watcher. They open up the map for them. The Savage arrow stings like a bee.
It floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, man. That, you know, if actually the Abyssal arrow connects, the problem is like, because of the Sky Piercer, I think playing out quite of a vital role. And even if the traps are laid out onto the grasses, you know, if you are squishy, then half of your HP just be down. And so some way around, still the Selena jungle is working, and this Lord is going to be very important for both, because could be the decider once they decide to dive in. Once again, the Divine Judgment just gets bursted down. They might be going in for more.
Okay, secure the mega kill, and now the Lord is getting hunted down from Team Mavericks here, while G Razy is trying to guard down. They win each and every turtle, but this one Lord will be taken down by Mavericks. Will help them a lot into the game number 3 to make it a score for a win. And there you go, a slain onto the Lapu Lapu, trapping down the soul. The Suyu here, but look at it. Okay, another. You can say another try for a split push, but he will not be able to do it. Mangtahya just saved by Nick of Health. Divine Binding. Inch of health for the Suyu. He goes back on the safer side, but now he's getting chased down by the Kaja. Unstoppable for the Melissa. Belleric goes down there. Zoe,
oh no, onto the mid. The minions are not yet there yet, but the lane is also not quite synced, so it's just gonna be marching from the mid, and most probably they might just be able to get it right here. The stun comes up. Lapu Lapu goes in with the bravest fighter, not able to do quite much. He will be taken down, but the Lord goes down as well. Divine Judgment connecting onto any, and the Lord would be pretty much wasted, but I think they will just be going back. Ash? I think Ash is having some issues from his side. Okay.
No, I'm back again, and the Lord is got defended from the side of Team Blood Serpent, and now they're trying to defend their base as well. In the meantime, we're going to see Z Razy. He's onto the jungle area, trying to zone it out properly from Team Maverick side. Lapu Lapu taking on the charge. Let's see, guys. Blood Wings for Razy. Yeah, Reza here.
And I think like Team Mavericks as well, they will know for the Lord. They couldn't actually be ripping everything out just to get off more trades. And I think it's pretty much equal for both of the sides. Whichever team are able to win out onto the next team fight will be winning out onto the engage. Divine Binding comes up and able to lost right on time. Glorious Pathway as well. But there is no follow from the side of Team Mavericks, but regardless, they will be at least able to bear it out.
Yep. Lord about to come in to the line of Dawn, and before that, Belleric trying to give some proper zoning on the top side. They're trying to split push the top because they already taken out the inhibitor. So they open up the map for them. They open up the crystal for them. So they're trying to go in onto that side. It's been 16 minutes of game, and Blood Serpent are not giving up. Even though the score is so high from Mavericks side, still they're trying their best because they know they can win this game easily. And not going for a single time marksman play. This time they're gonna do it. Plays the Glacier monster kill. Oh no, Mangtahya goes down first. And now, look at it. Lord into the way, but the Richie Holder is totally on the opposite side. So there is a chance for the Suyu to get the Lord, and he will eventually get it down there. Mr. Consistent should have been present here. Godlike secured. Coconut water going in for a triple, and oh my goodness, Godlike for Mr. Consistent as well, and they might gonna swipe down this Belleric as well. Immortality popped up, trapping down 4 of the members. There you go. Legendary for Coconut Water. Lord gonna march in there for Mavericks, but they will march inside the base to take down the whole game away from the hand of Team Blood Serpent to win the series with a 2-1 score. Team Mavericks, they are the winners, ladies and gentlemen, with a 2-1.
What a performance, man, from both of the sides. Actually, you know, this was a very, very contesting as well as an interesting BO3, and this time it will be Coconut Water actually with the MVP. Regardless of the fact he was not able to rotate it out at getting onto those neutral objectives like the turtle, but still he was able to farm it up and get those trades for the side of the team. So I believe like the Selena jungle, something we actually questioned it out, but it worked out very well compared to the Fanny of the second game. So congratulations for the side of Team Maverick and Team Blood Serpents. I hope you will be improving even more from.
Definitely, and we'll be taking a short break before the game number 3 starts soon at Algambo Esports. So you guys stay tuned with us, don't go anywhere, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back for the MOBA Warmup Clash series powered by Algambo Esports, and this is the match number 3 of the night, the last game of the night, and we'll be going for the two teams. We'll be playing for this game is Will of D versus QE Nebula. It's your boy STZ, and with me, Debbie will be joining for this series. So, Debbie, Will of D, they're new, but QE Nebula, they have been playing a lot. What do you think this game, Will of D, they're going to charge in, or QE Nebula after a long time? Before, I mean, after the Clash for Starlight, I never seen them playing in the series. I mean, in the warm-up Clash series. So yeah, they have been take a big rest, and now they're back. So what do you think? Will there be a change in the lineup or same?
I feel like most of the time when you see players playing together, it's always definitely going to be much better if they are staying together. But we'll see though, we'll see. I hope that they do not change any lineup for the meta, because yeah, like you said, they are always staying together, playing in this tournament as long as they have been available there. And I think it's definitely going to be so much better if they are, you know, close-knitted. But other than that, they've always been there, right? Both of these squads are well known in our Algambo Esports, and we have been casting for them for a long time as well. And yeah, they always surprise us with their draft too, like putting out some heroes that we are not really familiar with the meta, and then making it work as well. So I'm kind of expecting them to, you know, stock us with another different kind of draft. And talking about the draft, we are into the drafting phase here. Will of D, they have the first pick, so you know, with the Paquito being so prioritized, will they ban it or, you know, take it for themselves?
I think they're gonna ban it because so far haven't seen them playing the Paquito in the EXP or into the goal. So maybe they're gonna try the Barats banning the Paquito, or the Kaja by banning the Paquito. These two things I'm hoping for them. But QE Nebula, they do have a chance to ban these two options for Will of D. Well, they will not try the Kaja and the Aurora combination, which is working so well now in the game. Look at it, they can ban the Kaja.
They did a very beautifully understanding of that situation as well, but because, you know, usually Gaza is not a hero that you want to first pick. It is usually coming into the last part, like maybe the red tree, the blue tree, or even into the second phases, so that you will at least have the chances to actually pick it up and combo it together. But QE Nebula very understanding of what the meta is. They ban away the Hirara and the Paquito as well. This is such a very, very expensive ban. It's very good. With the Hanzo being gone again, Beleric is still out there. With the Marcel ban, Will of D might eventually want to go for heroes that are actually good into the massive setting parts, like the Atlas or the Beleric, which is kind of understandable. But you do you want to first face the Beleric, because the Valentina can always come through.
Barats, I'm hoping for a Barats from Will of D. I don't know why, but first pick Barats. Let them give this Beleric and Valentina to the QE Nebula side, and you can try something like Azetian or Lilia into the mid.
Oh, okay. Oh, they still went for the Beleric. So I feel like it's very understandable. But then QE Nebula can actually pick up the Valentina as a direct counter. But it's not going to be picked up here, actually. But yeah, they want to go for the Eudora instead. So this is more of a deny composition rather than them picking up the heroes that definitely going to be a direct counter. So for now, I think the Barats is actually a good call. But then the possibility of a Uranus onto the other side where the Barats is not there will always come true.
Yeah, Melissa and Eudora, two of the potential picks from QE Nebula. But when they showed the Eudora, I was hoping, I don't know why, but I was hoping for a Minotaur and a Ling in the third pick. But no, they straight away goes for this Melissa. It's okay, They don't want to give this.
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
It's situational. Let's say it's situational. Oh no, again, a Leo mode. It's also situational because nowadays we don't see a Leo mode jungle. So yeah, and the Granger is kind of you totally rely on the snowball thing, and Melissa in the late phase can shade you down easily. They're totally going for some comfort picks, which is actually not so well in this meta. Uranus, of course.
Yeah, there we go. Uranus is kind of a deny for the Barats as well to come to onto the side of Will of D. Like you said, the Granger and the Leomar is not well used, but it's very situational. You're right. it can be picked into the last phase where all the picks are already revealed, where the flex is not there anymore. But onto the first two phases, I don't think it's really that necessary. The Leomord is very good actually into the early phase when you want to go for those massive combination, when you want to have that early game momentum. But yeah, Nolan or something, you know, it can always come to. And when you see a fighter into the jungle, the only response that you want to have is get a marksman into the jungle back, and that's what they are understanding. Well, they banned away the Yishunshin, despite Nebula having the Uranus, they still banned away the...
Yishunshin is banned already, and they already banned the Hanzo as well. So be the Harley one or the Ling for the side of team Will of D.
Huh? Harley. Ooh. I don't think even the Suyo works here actually, because there's not much of a magic damage yet for Will of D. And then I think Harley is actually fine here instead of the Ling, because you might not want to play the Ling against the Belleric or even a Leomord. If they want to go for it though, it's completely fine, but then it's gonna be a tough choice.
Go for Harley.
Yeah. Harley is good.
Go for a Harley jungle here. If not Harley, then the Gwynny jungle. Yeah.
Oh, Gwynny. Okay. Gwynny is a good call.
It's work.
Does work, but with the Fanny being banned away, Nebula have lesser choices into the jungle. Even the Nolan could work, but then it's gonna be dependent on what kind of heroes that Will of D will be picking here. Now, if it's heavy laden onto the magic damage part, then I don't think they will go for the Suyo or even the Nolan on top of that. What is good here though against the Eudora and the Melissa, you need a range. Rafaela, Belleric combination to the mid lane is so good here. They just need a Esmeralda for the Uranus or Elise. Okay, they want to go for... Oh!
Yes, I was thinking the same.
Yeah, okay, they go for the Nolan now. Okay.
That's good because, you know, you can easily reach out the Fursa when he's in the ultimate state, and the Rafaela also can get the damage, the fractures damage as well. And Belleric EXP against the Uranus. It's kind of boring to the EXP side, but still.
Yeah, true.
But now I think Valentina would have been better for QE Nebula.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like a Valentina would have been so good. You can take the Fursa's ultimate, the Belleric's ultimate, and you're also always gonna have something that can definitely be able to counter out the combination coming through from Will of D. And with the presence of the Rafaela, I think it's gonna be a bit tougher for the Eudora to play around. But then there comes the catch onto the Nolan, which is so efficient on farming as well. So for Fila though, he is definitely gonna have to be very, very brainy on how his farming pattern goes on, because if he gets outfarmed by a Leomord, it's gonna be a bit tough for them to even contest the turtle.
Really want to see what Leomords is going to build up, like the whole utility kind of thing, just War Axe, then you're gonna go for the Brute Force, Queen Swing kind of thing, or you're going for Hunter Strike and something like that, which is not working in this meta so far. But now, look at the zone coming in there. First the Throne Lizard, then the blue buff for the Neols, not the Neols but Fila, and now he's going for the Leto, Retribution, 50-50 smite, Neols, oh my goodness, got down there, Matt Easy got it, Vigram with the double, and Slane onto the Melissa on the top lane as well, off-cam kill 3, just for 1.
3 for 1. I think it's like it could have been better for QE Nebula there if Vila didn't die, but then again Sneaky decided to be taken down again instead. So early games definitely into the hands of Will of D right now. The first sub pick is working so well to the melee ranged that QE Nebula have into the mid side, because Eudora, you need to be staying around the opponent where you want to poke them, but that's not for a Farsa, right? The Farsa have such good range, and same goes for the Badang as well. So now the early game is really set up in a very great momentum by the side of Will of D, and QE Nebula, they are trying to regain that again with the Badang and the Eudora combination there.
Definitely, and this is what you need on the early start of the game. 3 kills, Fracture and Beast Boy Shub can't do much here. Slane onto Vigra as well. They equalize the score before the turtle Debbie.
Yeah, that was actually a very good pick off right there for an assassin, right? The response definitely gonna be there, but it's gonna be a bit too late now. But on to the other hand, something that I don't really see. Oh wait, never mind.
That is what you need. First Neo, then the turtle, fish whack on. Harmon goes down as well. 2 into the row with a macro into the hand. Holy baptism on the fourth. Oh, flicker baited.
Oh. That's a very massive resources wasted out. But then again, into the brighter side, it's not really the time for the neutral objective to come through here, so that's definitely not going to be hurting as much. But Velocity though, they are losing out the momentum that they've created into the early phases of the game with that kind of like a weird misconnection that happened into the mid side, where into the turtle pit where the flicker was committed there to form the Belleric, and then they couldn't really go onto it as well. But on the other hand, onto the bot lane, I think Nichols might eventually be having a bit of a trouble there, because of course it's a Uranus and he's always gonna get to try to give out a vision or two and fill up onto his face, stealing the buff.
Nicholas, okay, goes back. Of course they invaded out the raid buff away from Nicholas at this moment. FTZ going for the blue buff, and Viagra, he's trying to zone it out properly with Beast Boy Shub around, but Nicholas will have a hard time there in the blue buff section.
Yeah.
Okay, zone coming in as well. Fracture on Beast Boy Shub. Zero finally catch up the kill there.
Okay.
Still going in. And that will be that double onto Nicholas. Fracture comes in. Oh, flicker for the Granger, but now the Melissa come in with that eye on you. You take down the Granger. There you go. Trying to go for eye on you on the Bellerin as well. Final blow into the hand of Yasho.
That's how much of a big range that the Melissa covers with the puddles there. There was also a very good engagement coming through from the side of Nebula too. On top of that, they know that they will be able to have a great momentum and a tempo created when they have a Uranus walking around the map. And it's a revitalized Uranus. I don't really know if this is a very good sign or not, but there's no way that they will be able to burst him down, so they understand that situation so well that they don't really mind going for the revitalize as well. But one thing onto the side of Will of D that I really hate to see is that Beast Boy Shub onto the Rafaela being the front line. You don't have to take the boosts there, you just have to be there to save the team.
Oh, Viagra! My goodness, flicker for Yoshu, but now Flamingo wanna go in for the shots with the Death Sonata. Grab the kill. Fila get the turtle. Now they can go for the flight. Herman flicker back into the safer side, but Viagra goes down. Coming out from a Snicky there, and with the eye on you, he gonna take down Flamingo. Final blows goes in the head of Zero. They're trying to trap down Beast Boy Ship. And the final blow also goes into the head of FTZ, and now they do have a chance to take down the mid-tier 1 and open up the map for them.
Yep, opening up the map and getting a turtle as well. This is very good sign by the side of QA Nebula, but Nicholas! Oh my god, on his own jungle. He's not even safe from the onslaught of a Nolan. And I don't think they really have the time to even scout out the boosters as well. And there's no way that they will be resurrecting as well, because Beast Boy, he died there too. So this is definitely going to be a free take onto the top lane side as well for a Melissa, who is on a Windtalker, by the way. He's not going for the Trinity build of a marksman. I think he wanted to go for the crit, and I think it's fine.
It's fine, of course. Melissa crit is good to know, and that's Sonata coming in. Goes in for eye on you. Fish Quack comes in as well. Yoshu with a stub first, and that will be the Wrath of Dryad being used as this moment. It goes down. Harmon get the final blow. Nicholas coming in with that. What a way back for Zero. Beautiful escape, I'll say, with that flicker coming in. This is what you need, and I'll tell you, Debbie, that Nicholas is 0-5-0 down.
That's, the downside of having a fighter into the jungle. I mean, there's some ways that you gotta be there. You need to have a very good winning side there into the mid lane. They did have it, but for some reason they were overstaying their welcome a lot. They did also have a very good start onto the goal lane side as well, and no anti-heal just yet for the side of Will of D. I don't like the first itemization coming through from Viagra as well, because onto a Farsa, the first thing you might want to go for is the glowing one. That's the whole reason you want to play the Farsa and burst it out, and trying to lessen out the seal and the amount of heal that they'll be received from QE Nebula here. Talking about QE Nebula though, this is definitely going to be another free turtle they will have into the hands of the Nolan, which is an assassin by the way, and I think it's definitely going to be able to start fighting again once his fracture is up.
3-on-3 on roll for Team QE Nebula. They have a 7-tier golden fracture. Oh my god, he got it! He got it on Domingo Flamingo! That's a bullseye!
Hero resurrected.
Respawn there, but the damage have already been done. That's a passive of the lethal ignition that's been built upon by Enulan there. And I think I really like that he built it too. On the other hand, the pressure is still definitely created. Villa?
Villa, we're going in for the fight, and we're gonna see that fish crack coming out from Zero as well. He's top it down. Wrath of Dryan goes, falls down sneaky with that go away.
Wow.
Trying to take down Herman as well from the behind. The Death Sonata working in, but Fila gonna get that out. Double for Fila. Harman falls down as well. Mingo Flamingo, Harman, and this will be the end. This guy is doing fabulous at this moment with an Nolan.
The early game was a bit iffy, right? You could see that he was taken down first. But then comes the farm. He was able to get out the farms in and then get the damages in, and he was able to build out this itemization as well. And that's creating a lot of momentum for him already. He's able to get a good one-shot onto the backliners from the side of Will of D here. And I think they have to be very, very careful, because there's no way that they will be able to lock down the Nolan here without the presence of the Balearic. And this is what I was talking about, right? The downside of having a Rafaela in the room. Look at that! Oh my god.
Blue team turret has been
Wow, that was a wow. Real wow. I mean, bro was waiting for this moment. I mean, it just goes in, take it down. I mean, easy. It looks so easy, but it's not. Okay, not like this posture. This guy is totally rumbling on the Will of D at this moment. It's so atrocious behavior.
Yeah, that's why atrocious indeed. Because usually when you play, another one. Oh my god. Oh.
You can't do it. He straight away goes in for 3 times, bro. 1.
That was a good fracture. And the thing about the Nolan is that you have to be very mindful of your targeting as well, right? Between the two beefy boys, you might want to go into the backlines and try to get a fast kill onto a Granger or even a Rafaela. And it was just nice that he just didn't dive in. He just went in to try to go for the perfect targeting as well. And between the Balearic and the Leomar, he was able to find the Granger too. So this is a very, very good sign. Look at that. Very beautifully well done. It was a bird that he killed, man.
Definitely. 3 kills on the board. First Mingo Flamingo, then Beast Boy shoot. Every time he goes in, he finds a kill for himself. And this is what, I mean, even if you're using the Holy Baptism to resurrect someone, he's still there to take you down with a fracture. Now, Venus marking in. Lord as well. You don't have the Holy Shield. Maybe do you think there might be the final push in this Lord, with this Lord?
Oh, there's a possibility. If Villa can get a very, very fast pick off onto the first hour rather than the Granger, I think it will be a very, very good take onto the inhibitor. It's not really a possible end just yet because it's not an evolved Lord. Oh, look at that though.
Boost crack. Lord smashing onto the bot tier inhibitor. There you go. Base turret falls down. Nexus totally open from the mid and the bot as well. Oh, fracture, but look, Nicholas this time. Oh, but he got it. He got it. He got him there, and now on the top side, they're locking down the base. Vigra falls down as well. Minion's still on. Respawn happened onto Nicholas. Quick damage from Yashu to secure the kill onto the Balearic. Inch of health. Beast Boy Shroom goes down. He got the final blow. They're targeting onto the crystal, and there you go, guys. Just 1 Lord it took to finish up the game number 1 for Team QE Nebula. Coming back from exile, taking on the win. That's what they do.
Coming back from exile, and they are taking their crown back again. But that was definitely beautifully well done by the Nolan, I would say, because again, like I said, you might want to have a good pick up onto the first first if you want to end that game, and he did that. It was really worth it because honestly speaking, if you are knocking onto their bases, you might want to pick off the heroes that's so good into the clearance, and the Grander is not that guy. The Fursa is that guy, so him targeting onto the Fursa first so that they will be able to at least have a crack open onto the base the best scenario happened there. It was if there wasn't a very good set coming through from the Badang, I think it was not that endable. But there was a very good face crack coming through from the Badang as well, which made it so much easier for them to end the game. And moreover, there was a Melissa with a crit build, and he was already onto the Malefic gun as well, making his range so much wider.
Indeed. That was a quick move, but still, I was not happy with the Leo mode pick in this economy at least. And when you opt that Rafaela, me and you were thinking it might be a mid Rafaela. Then I was thinking no, because they took the Leo mode, they can opt support into the roam. That might be the reason they picked the Rafaela. But if you are thinking about it, I will say go for Angela instead of the Rafaela, because somehow Rafaela is not good with the Leo mode. It's Angela or Florin kind of thing. Rafaela is good with the Fedrin or something like utility, proper utility, not a fighter jungle, but still, it's a bait set from them. Now the game number 2 is about to crash in, and it will be in the same server, that is the Bengal, so there will be no server difference, but still, they need to ready themselves for the draft at least. The draft with some meta. You picked the Belleric, then you went for a Granger and the Leo mode. Both of the heroes need Snowball, and if you don't have Snowball, you are kind of cooked. And that's why you got cooked.
That's very palpable too, right? We had our doubts. I mean, there are some ways, right? But I think we might wanna go for a bit of a break before we come back to the second game.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, back for the MOBA Warmup Class series. Right now, we're heading forward for the game number 2 between the last match of QE Nebula versus Team mlbb. We have seen QE Nebula with a dominating victory on the game number 1, even starting it with a 3-1. They managed to secure the win with just one loss. It's your boy TZ and Debbie will be there for the casting. Into the casting desk. QE Nebula on the first ban. Eudora again, Debbie.
They are betting at the hero that they have found wins in. I think they might want to have an idea, I guess, because they might want to play something along the line of an assassins, right? Because that's why you usually ban out the Eudora. Okay, so now that I think about it, the Hirara, the Paquito is still definitely going to be open. Marcel is already gone for Will of D. I don't think Nebula should ban the Paquito now, because they can actually first pick it.
Yep. They can actually first pick the Paquito, and also they can actually first pick the Belleric if they wants to go in. Will of D. Will they gonna ban the Belleric and the Paquito? That's the question right now. And if they are banning it, that class will be open. So it's a win-win situation for QE Nebula. They're actually cooking the draft here.
Yeah, true. With the Kaza taken away, Belleric is gone. If they ban away the Hirara, right? At last it's gone again. Okay. So now Nebula is actually playing. Like, you ban the Paquito, we get the Hirara. You get the Hirara. You ban the Hirara, we get the Paquito. And there's always a way for them to respond to that. So I don't know why they ban out the Belleric from the side of Will of D, because it's definitely easy to handle now.
Yep. With the Valentina into your side, definitely. Yeah. And if you're banning the Hirara and if they're going for the Paquito, you can actually counter it down with the Esmeralda pick. So yeah, you can try to do it. But with the Hirara into their side, they're actually a little bit, in problem for them. They will ban the Hirara. Now, the question is, will they gonna go for the Paquito or a Melissa? Oh, there you go. Melissa first pick.
Melissa first pick, okay. Now I think it's gonna be a bit tough for Will of D to go for the Paquito into a Melissa. Not really a good idea, but not really a bad idea either. If you wanna have a very good jungle pattern, then I think the Paquito is a way to go with the Hirara already gone. But then again, Ash, they can actually go for the Claude into the third pick, right? So because it's like a direct hero that you wanna play against the Melissa here. So now with the first two, I don't know, is it gonna be a Uranus and a Paquito?
Maybe Paquito, Uranus both into the hand of Will of D, or they can go for something like Mage, mid lane, maybe Lilia or a Zetian mid, Will of D. We can try it though. But if not the mid lane, then oh no.
Oh.
Was not hoping a Selena though. I was moreover liking a Kadida.
Okay.
I might be a lighted man, but I do know my
Barats.
trade.
I don't like the Barats against the Melissa actually, because you cannot go through the ultimate. Usually when you see a Selena, the one you want to combine together is a Uranus. So talking about the Uranus here, QE Nebula can actually go for the Uranus right now, because I don't think it's going to be a bad idea against the Selena or even the Barats, because you're always going to be able to give out the reason on where the Selena is going to be. And in fact, if QE Nebula go for the Novaria also, I'll be completely fine with it. But then it's not really that much of a rush to go for the Novaria now. It's gonna be dependent. Oh wait, they want to go for the Kadita instead against a Selena. Huh, okay.
And then Esmeralda as well. So if they would have picked the Paquito, they were totally ready to answer it with the Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Now if you're going for the Paquito, they can try this Esmeralda to oh no, Moscow. Okay, Will of D wants to go for a proper marksman kind of thing. Both these sides did not pick the roam and the jungle yet. So it's kind of a mirror draft from both the way. So let's see if Will of D, what they're gonna ban.
Will of D.
Sin and Hanzo, what do you think?
Oh, right. Okay, I think they can actually be the one going for the Hanzo instead, because it's a good idea to go for the Hanzo against the Melissa, because you can go through with the go away with your soul from... Okay, they still banned the Hanzo even though they were the first pick here. Very good choice, yeah. This was actually a very good call. Harley is taken away despite them having the Kadita there. So I'm quite surprised with the draft here. If they had the Hanzo for themselves for Will of D, it could have been a very, very good Hanzo game for them.
You can take down the Hylos as well if you want. I think they missed a ban.
They missed a ban? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They missed the ban, the last one. They could have banned the Hylos there. Or if not the Hylos, then maybe the Tigreal as well if they really want a proper execution kind of thing. But there you go. Lancelot.
Oh!
Okay.
Lancelot. Okay, now they need a very, very active roamer to pair it together with Raid. I don't know whether Lancelot in this situation. Vexana? Wait, what?
Yeah, will it be a Carmilla with this?
Carmilla.
Gaze.
I was expecting a Badang from Will of D instead. Oh no. I think this is very, very solid lineup from Nebula now. Against a Badang, Kufra could work, but it's definitely going to be very, very dependent on the Barats to I guess,
what
man.
else is there? Hylos, Carmilla, Gatot Kashak. If you're going for a Carmilla, you don't have a proper
Gatot.
combination with you, but you can try the Gatot and
Gatot is good.
yeah, Gatot is good, and the Hylos as well. I mean, it will give you a little bit of mobility. Oh my goodness, pick off Kalea in this meta.
Yeah. No, the thing about Kalea is because I've already seen her before. It's not really a bad pick, but against the Badang, there's slightly a lesser chance for you to go for the set first than the Badang to go for that set, because when the Badang go for the initiation, you cannot re-engage because he's always gonna be able to immune it out. So I don't like the Carmilla here, the Kalea here actually. It could have been so much better if they can get the Badang here instead of Nebula pick it up for themselves here. And moreover, into this current patch, the Melissa can bring the Purify as well. So let's see what she brings. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be 3 Purifies coming to. Wait, what? Surprising Purify from a Badang? You can immune it, bro.
Yep, that's the thing. I mean, without a flicker, I think Badang is kind of waste because you cannot give proper set with a range. So Nicholas, he does have a chance to, make himself out from the Badang easily.
Yeah.
And will not get caught into the trap. But now, Pila onto that Throne Lizard, and the Grammar is being taken out by Nicholas here. A great start for both the aggro farmer, but now you need a proper set against this QE Nebula with the Kalea's Tsunami Slam and following it up with the Abyssal Arrow, or first the Abyssal Arrow, then the Tsunami Slam, who knows?
That's a solid combination to the mid side, but the Gatot and the Selena combination was so much better. Or even the Cho, but yeah, the Cho is kind of a high maintenance, but the Gatot could have worked so much better. But other than that, I think they wanted to go for the lockdown onto Enolan, so that's definitely going to be fine. Poke into the mid side, that's actually fuzz. It's surprising to see a Kadita winning into the lead against a Selena, because you are supposed to have a better clearance on a Selena. So now, the control onto the map will be given away into the hands of QE Nebula.
Definitely. And they could have tried a Vexana here instead of the Selena. They were willing to go for this Kalea. Phantom Execution comes in there, goes in for the Lita. Oh, not gonna happen. This is the thing I was worrying about, the Kadita. And this is the thing, I was asking for a Kadita for the side of Team Will of D, but did not pick it up for them. And they traded it out with the hand of QE Nebula. And if Yoshu will play a little bit sneaky, then it will be deadly for Nicholas as well as for Viagra. And Viagra is a very nice Kadita player. That's why I was hoping for him to go for it.
Oh. Okay, it's also a very good deny onto the buff as well, so a very good chase away. I don't understand why Nicholas left his buff there just to go back. Onto the other hand, this is going to be a very, very good start for the side of Nebula there, because they will be able to start onto the turtle. Look at that.
Waiting for it. He does have the level 4 mark. Rough waste first blood. Nicholas goes down. They don't have the Richie holder to contest the turtle. And now a little bit of health coming in. Sure, used. From the behind, we'll see the eye on you being used as well. Yashu get the double. And that will be Viagra coming in with that connection of 2 stacks, trap as well as arrow. Turtle, easy one, but FapTZ got it.
Yeah, that was a very, I don't know, convincing place to be in. Not really that good place to be for Nicholas there. You know, getting picked off by a Kadita when you are in a land store is really not a really good sign for your start onto the turtle passing as well. And a very aggressive engage coming through from the side of the Selena as well. But yeah, that was a very good trade coming through from them too. But other than that, it's definitely going to be a trade out that's happening. But bot lane, fast pick off. That's a Kadita we were expecting, right? A very good burst. And I don't know how the Kalia got bursted that easily by Kadita though.
I'm gonna go in for the fight there. Bingo Flamingo. He just managed to go back into the safer side. It would be deadly if the Badang would have been there with a Petrify or something like that, because he went in on for a Purify. He can actually use the Petrify as well, who knows. But now, Lancelot, okay, slam onto that Badang to give some health on. Avisolaro missed out.
Yep, that's a very good disengagement coming through, but Fila though trying to find something there. Oh.
Okay. And this is why he went for a Selena. Now I understand. Because he does not want to get affected, just like the last time he was on a Fursa by Fila's fractures.
Yeah, I think this time it will be a good time for the side of Willoughby to focus a bit more onto the goal inside here yet again, because I don't think they will be able to contest onto the turtle when they do not have a very good start that too. And of course, you know, into the laning phase as well, you know, when you talk about the Selena, the Esmeralda and the oh wait, never mind, bot lane.
This crack, oh my goodness, he trapped it down there. 3v1, Whips comes to the way, but he missed it out. The knock on, it couldn't happen. They're immune. And now he got a slam, Ruffus for the immune. He goes back in the safer side, but he couldn't manage to take down Mingo Flamingo. And now the turtle arrives in the land of down. They're trying on it. Dino coming in for it as well. Harmon ready. And falling Starman being used as this moment. FapTZ goes in for the zone. Easy turtle. Retribution.
Okay.
No contest.
The lack of contest is actually fine for Will of D actually, because you know you don't really want to go force onto something that you cannot really get here, and onto the turtle as well. We could see that Nebula have a very good start, but Philip, I don't know, Nicholas
does have that go away, but no, he did not use it. I don't know why. I mean, Lancelot could have been distracted by it. I mean, I know the Moscow could have given you some tormentation, but still, it would have been a lifesaver for you. Oh, once again, trying to knock it down there. Goes back in the safer zone. Beast Boy Shub. Avisolaro missed again.
Now without the control onto the neutral objectives or even the boosters here, it's gonna be a very, very tough game for Selena too. And on top of that, he doesn't really have the going one either, so you don't really have that much of a damage or the pressure that you really want to give out when you are on a Selena, so they need a bit of a timing here too. On the other hand, a bit of a chase onto the bill for the Melissa as well. Sneaky going for the Trinity mid lane.
The turn is welcome, about to come in. FapTZ got the kill there as well. Colas is on 2 down. He goes in. And now he missed it out. Knock on happened there. Double kill for FapTZ. This is what you needed. Herman goes down. Zone structures are getting cleared on the bot and on the top, on the mid as well. Now there's a huge map expansion happen onto the side for Queen Nebula. And there you go. Fracture comes in and he missed. He did not miss it. He got it onto the Selena. Vigra goes down. Oh my goodness. Not just the kills, Debbie. They managed to get 2 structure on. They're totally dominating at this moment.
I think this is actually gonna be a very smooth sailing game for QE Nebula as well. They are finding everything at all costs there, and it's not even the Lord, and they are already walking into their bushes, walking into their jungle without getting punished either. And you know, given the fact that they have an assassin onto their side, they aren't fine with taking out the turtle as well and not waiting for the Lord too, because you want to have as much of a good lead as much as possible, because the more lead you have, the more damage you will be able to acquire. And onto the other hand, let's see the build here. The Hunter Strike already built away as well as wait, never mind, look at that.
Okay, structure secure as well, going in for the fight now. Killing spree onto Mingo Flamingo. There you go, guys. Top lane clear. Phantom execution being used. Rough whips coming to the way. And eye on you. But this will be the shutdown on Yashu. Abyssal arrow connected this time. Detonus. No, he doesn't have it though. Okay, the fight being still on eye on you being used again. Inch of health. Yashu goes down and somehow Viagra finds his way back.
Somehow, some way he was able to survive that without the damage coming onto the hands of Nebula out there. They don't really want to commit onto him, and I think it's really a very, very good chance of having a discipline, very good tutorial as well. But yeah, with the Lord that is gonna be coming through in a minute here, Nebula are trying to start something that they are trying to set out there onto the side lanes, onto the mid lane as well, so that they will be able to have a very good take onto the Lord too. Because given the fact that they are gonna go against a Moskov, you don't want to give up the late game to the Moskov here. He might be going for the Trinity already for the Flamingo, so you don't want him to get the fourth item, right? So that he will be able to decide the damages here. You do have a Melissa, but you don't want that Moskov to get the good farm here. So the good idea for QE Nebula is to end the game as early as possible.
Mingo Flamingo constantly getting poked down by the Esmeralda in this game. And he's been sulking around there. But now onto the top side. The Lord is about to come into the 9 second. Before that, Detonator is being used. Oh no. He did not use the Detonator. It was just the Tsunami Slam from Beach Boy Sub. In this moment, it's not a big resource to get baited down, but still, Sodi comes in there. Slams happen as well from the behind. Nicholas is coming in. Puncture, but the Lord is secured by Kridox. Playing onto Viagra. Yashu got the kill. Slapping down onto Nicholas. That will be sticky onto the move. He gonna get the kill there, and now they're chasing down Herman inside the tier. Detonas used as well, and now pinned into the wall. Look at the damage coming out from the Moscow Mingo Flamingo, but Eye on You is also splitting out those damages. Lord marching in. They do have the Holy Shield on, but if it will be taken out with the Lord's full HP, there might be a chance going for a final push by QE Nebula.
There's a very, very big possibility lest the Kadita finds a pick up. Look at that.
Fracture, Mingo Flamingo goes down. Gonna get the fun flow there, and now Eye on You will be splitting out more damage on the 4 people, but due to the Holy Shield, they managed to defend the Lord, but structures on the outer level will be taken down on the top. QE Nebula just giving those inhibitors their last breathe in this first lot.
Actually, this is like a very, very risky, without any reward play from Willovdi there. They don't have any reason to go for the contest onto that turtle, onto the Lord. They could have defended it because they have a Moskov after all who's so good into the clearance, and they will be able to defend out the Lord even before it touches any of their inhibitors or their outer tier turrets as well. But yeah, they decided to go for that play, which is complete. Oh, wait!
Okay, another engage happened. Yoshu got the kill on Mingo Flamingo. Coming in, he's going back on the safer side. One Rose has been used as well, but now he got trapped down. It will be another trade for the side of QE Nebula. 2 without anything, any casualties for Willovdi. This is so bad at this moment. Their jungler falling down. The goal laner is not doing so much. Both the carries are not working well.
Yeah, that's what I think it's like a lack of discipline or decision or making. Wait.
Yashu once again strikes in there. Mega kill secured onto the Kalea. Mingo Flamingo resurrect back to the safer side. Falling Starmer onto the 2 people. Eye on You onto the 2 people as well. That will be the turret securance as well as a kill securance onto the Dino. Unstoppable for Yashu. Selection onto the Lancelot as well. SOD missed. Inch of health. He's going back in the safer zone. Falling Starmer, my goodness, not giving him the chance to get into the fountain. He went in for that kill out of trap, but couldn't manage to get the kill. Locking down the base, locking down the series with a 2-0 clean sweep. Team QE Nebula, they did showed why they are here at the top.
At the top, indeed, yet again, they are going to be standing here, taking down Willovdi. Very, very calculative, very, very domineering, and of course, very dominating as well, cleaning the best of 3 with the sweep. Very beautifully well drawn as well with the picks that they have built up so far. They have the equal amount of timings as well. They wanted to have the early game as well. They wanted to have the late game too, and they were trying to do everything at one point, and they were able to pull it off so very well, not giving the chances for the Moskov to even farm or even have the momentum. That's what they want to do here. This is what I was talking about. End the game as early as possible before the Moskov can come in handy for the other side, and they did it so well. Ending the game very early on with the dive, with the kills. Every pick-off that they have been doing was on point.
Of course, this is the win. They needed it, and I think Will of D should try something else in their draft, like not going for the counter or not going for the comfort, but trying to, you know, like properly examine the draft section while they're drafting up, because Lancelot, going in for the Lancelot and proper early game mage, they went in for the Selena, and you did see what happened Yasuo on that Kadita. So definitely they should look after all these things.
Kadita, man, I think this guy will not be good. You know, in a meta where the glowing one, you know, the anti-heal is meta into the mid side, he's bringing out the Kadita who's a burst, right? And I was kind of surprised to see that the Selena was actually the one suffering against the Kadita, because you do have a vision on where the Kadita is gonna be, and I think I have to blame it onto the start of the mid lane as well, because giving away the map control to a Kadita and a Badang together, it's not really a good idea. The draft is also kind of weird. Nicholas has been getting taken down quite a lot, and yeah, it was smooth sailing overall for the side of Nebula there, and I think, yeah, they deserve this win.
Definitely, they won the game. Congratulations for the win, guys. But now it's us. I mean, it's time for us to take our good night to all of you, because of course it's very late and all the matches have been over. And if I'm not wrong, guys, tomorrow will be a holiday. So yeah, for Eid. So you guys, straight away, we'll see you on Thursday. If you want to register your team for the Thursday scrims, be there, guys, and look after the links being given on the WhatsApp, Discord, Instagram. If you're not following our Instagram, not joined yet in our Discord, and not joined in our WhatsApp group, then do it ASAP. As well as do not forget to subscribe to the channel, liking the stream, share the stream to your friends, comment down on your supporting here every day. And with this, me, STZ with Debbie, signing off from MOBA Warmup classes powered by Algambo Esports. See you guys on Thursday, because tomorrow will be holiday. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Love you all, everyone. Sabak here. Have a nice Eid al-Fitr.